Okay, we are now live. Apologies for the delay in that one, folks. Both OBS and Streamlabs decided it was going to go. Mate, no, it's not happening. So, you may be wondering why I'm talking to you from this square today. Well, basically, Andreas, who to me is going to be sort of kind of up there, is going to be running the game. Now, I've got no idea what this episode is about, apart from the name, and that it's going to be featuring obviously myself as a player and the other two as different characters. I think we decided that this is going to be canonical for Damocles universe, but I think it's set before, isn't it?
Before the last episode, definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe on the beginning of the Damocles when the Dominion reached out to the Federation.
Okay, so it's about sort of 2381-ish. Andorian superiority. Right, so I'm going to find out my sheets. Good evening, everybody. So, yeah, basically, I'm going to be handing it over to Andreas. I mean, I'll be manning the technical side of things, but in terms of the game, it's going to be over to you.
Fair warning, everyone, if we all go, like, literally insane, it's probably just the heat.
Yeah, it is really, really hot again over here, as in, for me, it's like 32, 33 Celsius again, so we're going to be taking a relaxation break, a refresh break at about, well, whenever we feel like we're going to need it, and I apologise in advance if my fans do get a bit loud. Anybody who knows, been watching my streams long enough will understand why. So, I am now going to be in full character mode. Andreas, over to you.
This episode is called A Matter of Time, and you're all stationed at the USS Odyssey, Nova class, a spaceship refitted for deep space exploration in the Shackleton Expanse. And thanks to your advanced scanners, also keep an eye out on some Romulans and some Klingons, generally to hope that they don't get at each other's throats and destabilize the system.
So, do something, my bad.
And for that, there are at least two Klingons on board of the ship. And how about you introduce your characters now?
Should we do it left to right? Start with Hanno.
Yeah, start with Hanno.
Alright, I will be playing Katrok of House Najuk, a Klingon officer, lieutenant who grew up on a Klingon survey ship, and then through some events in his past made his way to Starfleet Academy finally, where he became a helmsman on the command track.
Today I will be playing Altog Mars of the Klingon House of Lovas and the Deltan family Yun. He's a mixed heritage character who is the rather unusual child of a Klingon mother and a Deltan father. From his Deltan bloodline, he is rather handsome and bold, but he's got sort of the hint of the Klingon cranial ridges at the front, and he tends to wear the Deltan headdress. They're famous.
For those who don't know it, the Deltans are the species introduced in Star Trek the Motion Picture. The former, not really but love interest of Captain Taggart.
Yeah, they're kind of related to the the Betazoids.
Yeah, it's sort of like an offshoot species or something, isn't it?
Yeah. I was born on the Deltan freighter Aranades, and eventually wound up in Starfleet, where I had to take the Deltan vow of celibacy. which is not strictly speaking a vow of absolute celibacy, but it does mean that I can't get it on with other members of the crew, for whatever little that's worth. I am an engineer, and in my past, I suffered a rather severe accident in which I lost the use of both of my arms, which have been replaced with quite advanced, tactilely sensitive prosthetics.
Okay. I'll be playing tonight the son of a NPC from Damocles. I will be playing Val Clarvin, son of Mal Clarvin, who he is the stereotypical space dwarf. He's short. He's not fat like his dad, unfortunately. He is muscular. The best way to describe him is a space version of Gimli. He has the beard, a bit more of a balding head, but this guy is pretty much pure muscle, and he's short. He's like pretty much on anyone. He pretty much comes up to your waist, and he's basically one of the main security officers on the ship. He's short, he's fat, he's got a temper, and he's a Tellarite.
And probably a pain in the ass to your superior officer, the chief of security on the ship.
Oh, definitely. He's taken it as a challenge to see how close he can get to insubordination and pissing off his superior officers without actually crossing the line.
Who, by the way, the chief of security of the Odyssey is Bolia, and she is very relaxed. So
just what you want in a security officer.
So
yeah, it'll be fine.
Successful.
Okay. Just so that everyone know, I have covered up chat because I realised I'm getting too distracted from it. So
okay. Captain Emmanuel de Chevalier, personal logs. Stardate, who fucking cares? If you're out here in deep space, scanning one gas giant after the other, it gets boring after a while. And I still don't get over it that me and my senior officers didn't get the ship we were deserved. This new Damocles ship. Probably because Starfleet Command still thinks I am not over at losing both of my sons in the Dominion War. Like I wouldn't have forgiven the Dominion that half of my family died. But who hasn't lost people on the ship to the Dominion? But at least I was hoping that at least the Romulans would take a look at us from time to time, but even that doesn't happen. But the good thing is we found a signal that shouldn't be here, a Federation signal that hasn't, on a frequency that hasn't been used since the 23rd century. Cut to the bridge. Who is on the bridge at the moment?
I suppose I would. The security / tactical station, just like.
Yeah, I'd be at the con.
Mm-hmm. Just sort of can barely see him over the con station. It's the security station. It's like it will be like me sitting.
Somebody get the man an empty box.
That's pretty much what you'd be seeing. It's just like
I'm probably in engineering, realistically.
Okay.
I'm the engineer.
The captain is currently on the bridge at the moment, but the commander, Tara O'Malley, as you might imagine, a red-headed Irish younger woman has a temper that someone already compared to a Tellarite. And the second in command, the chief science officer at the Nobulan, called Lieutenant Commander Wayne Kelpin, who is extremely curious, and as you go out of warp, you see on your scanners a space station, a Federation space station from the 23rd century, and it's a watchtower class space station that would probably the prototype for the practically the Space Needle space stations seen in Next Generation.
Basically, like for anyone who doesn't really know, it's essentially a floating tower in space.
With a functioning biosphere in it on the saucer section. So, who wants to? Of course, you start a scan, and who wants to roll for a scan of the station?
I suppose that'd be my job, wouldn't it? Okay. This feels weird.
Okay. You can be assisted by the ship.
Okay. First things first. Can I put a request? It's like, Captain.
Yeah.
Can I please get someone to return my bloody box so I can stand up and see what's going on? So
Yes.
if I find out who's taking it, I'm going to give him a slap.
The captain is not on the bridge.
It was me!
The commander.
Captain is also the term to the person who's in charge of the bridge as well.
Okay. You just use a chair right now.
I can't. He starts looking at me. Right, so as he does it, he's pressing the buttons as he's sort of kicking away.
Man, O'Malley, you're such a racist.
I don't have the time right now to find a stupid box that someone misplaced.
Look, everybody bloody knows if I'm on the duty for this flipping
If you're on
station,
duty, it's your duty to bring the box.
I left it here.
Lieutenant, shall I describe to you what we see on the screen?
The entire bridge fell suddenly silent.
Yeah, go on then. Again, it's this one.
So you can roll a reason and security scan assisted by sensors and security.
Reason
Okay,
security,
it would
so
be
that's,
target number of 12 for the Odyssey.
13 altogether,
Okay.
and I'm not going to
Loading now.
I'm not going to worry in momentum. So I've got basic.
Complication range?
None and and 2 successes.
Okay.
Also difficulty 2.
Well, that's unfortunately I can't actually see the buttons properly. So as I'm scanning, it's like beep beep. Basically, I've got an 18 and a 10. So I think
Okay.
I've got like one
the ship,
success.
the ship got an 8 and a 15.
So that's 2 successes, right?
One from the ship, one from me.
Okay.
Basically,
You
my
get
ship.
some confusing energy readings from it. Like it's not damage say, and it's not old enough to be here forever. And the further scan relates that there's actually a ship or something like that molten fused into it.
Yeah. What the? Yeah, it's just like
And you get several life forms, but you can't determine which kind of life forms due to interferences.
right. Excuse me 1 second, sir. Just quickly trundle off the bridge a sec into the ready room. Come back with the box. But there's a reason why I always keep ones in the ready room. Put it down, stand up on the box, and I can now actually see the console properly. Yeah, sir, there appears to be. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! There's some kind of ship fused with this. What the? And there's life forms. sort of click my fingers at the science officer. Oi, science boy, come check this.
He comes. And Ross, roll please for the science officer.
Okie doke.
He has a target number of 14 and difficulty 2 again.
Right, that's an 8 and a 4 on the dice.
Ooh, that's good.
Do you want an assist of the ship too?
I mean, that's 2 successes. Do we think? I think it would be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The ship is a very old Klingon warbird from the 22nd century, but it looks relatively new.
Ooh.
And you can't get a closer read on the life forms, but because of static interferences, but you get first a high amount of chronotronic energy and some exotic particle amassing in where the reactor room is.
So basically,
The main energy generators.
so just looks at the person's like the science officer. And it's like, can you say that again, but in a Federation standard? Because I did not understand a flipping word you just said.
It looks like it's out of time. It has been jumped around in time several times, and I honestly don't know what that energy spikes are in the main generator sections of the stations.
Right. So basically, weird shit.
Basically, to say it slowly, a time-hopping space station.
The stairs with the best way. It's like, I actually understood every word you were saying. I did pass
Commander
that to me.
O'Malley to Captain de Chevalier. You want to come to the bridge. You want to see this.
Yeah, just sort of,
Wait. Any suggestion, gentlemen?
and basically, it was like, yeah.
What the hell?
I have a solution, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna like it.
Say it.
We blow that the fuck up.
What about the life forms? We are still Starfleet.
I did say you wouldn't like it.
And the captain comes on board. He has a strong limb, and he's missing an eye, which he openly shows as an eye patch, and a clean-shaven head and a slight mustache. And so, what's the situation here? And he gets filled in. Can we get a closer reading on the life forms on the station?
Give it a go, but there's some really, really weird radiation coming off of that thing. It might make things complicated.
What did you say the age of the station was again? Or the origin?
The origin, mid-23rd century.
Was that still in a time of hostilities between the Federation and the Klingons?
Yep. Not exactly hostilities, but friendship either.
Yes, Captain, we should consider that they might be hostile towards us.
Like, have you tried hailing them?
Well,
Not yet.
no, not yet, sir. It's like, look,
Then I am not on the bridge. open frequencies.
Look, I'm a security officer. Okay, I blow shit up.
Yeah.
I
This
fly
is,
this boat.
yeah, yeah. This is the USS Odyssey. Captain de Chevalier is speaking. Can anyone hear us? Static. 1 second, please. I need someone roll again a science and it's just 2 dice against 14.
I'll do that.
Go for it.
Okay. Difficulty 1.
2 successes.
And you get your.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
We've lost Andreas.
Ah,
So, mild panic.
Inconvenient.
that's the one person we cannot afford to lose.
We're coming back. We're coming back.
Huh?
There you go.
Why did he leave the video conference and I switched to roll 20?
So
Hmm.
that's very weird.
Well, if you didn't catch it, I got 2 successes there.
Yeah, and I just put you 1 momentum there.
Okie doke.
Okay.
And I just said that the 6 point of threats is on purpose.
Oh, I see. Maybe let us control the momentum if it's going to be doing weird things.
Yeah.
With the camera.
Okay.
Just let us know when we get it.
Mhm.
Yeah, if we just have like one of us do it, then that should, in theory, stop that from happening again.
Yep. Try that again. I modulate a bit from our deflector shield, and this is the USS Odyssey. Can anyone hear me? This is Lieutenant Commander Hunter. We only get statics and voice. Thank God Federation is here. We need your help. We lost them again.
Captain, send us. I don't. Was there any reports of any of our space stations going missing?
Who wants to check the historical database?
I think this would be something that Val would be doing because it's the sort of.
Okay.
It's like, is this like a legit space station made to look like a older one, or is it a actually missing station that was declared lost or something? So
that would be inside and science.
shit.
Difficulty 1.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, lads. Science of 1. Insight of 10, that's not too bad. Right,
So it's 11.
yeah, I've got to beat you. 11. Shit. 2 15s. Right. So,
Well,
no successes. But no criticals either. So.
Yeah, Lieutenant Commander Kelpen, the science of that. So from what I am reading of the station, this is a legit one. Maybe the timeline hasn't caught up to us yet.
Oh god, I'm going cross-eyed.
Well, people, there are Federation officers who are in need of assistance. So it's clear what we have to do, right?
Go in there, rescue them.
And anyone volunteering?
Val immediately puts his hand up.
Yes, Captain.
And take that other. No, it's not. It's only Halfling. What was his name again? That Lieutenant Yoon from Engineering Works. If there are truly Klingons on the ship, it might be better if Klingons talk to them than species known to the Federation at that time.
Agreed, Captain.
Can't hurt to have another Klingon on board. Not long, even so, not board.
But how about the radiation, Lieutenant Commander? See, nothing. A short injection should prevent them from. And I recommend keeping our sensors locked on them if the station tries to jump again, so we can beam them out in no time.
As you're saying,
Agreed.
Val's immediately just like programming in the coordinates to lock onto the station.
So, where do you want to get your shots and everything? What are you taking with you?
Okay, I'm going to be bringing the standard standard gear that a security officer would be bringing with him, which would be the Type 2 phaser, communicator, tricorder, and 2 guns.
If you want, you can get a Type 3 too, because it's a possible hostile situation there.
It's more that's what his speciality is the small hand phaser. So that's although he can use the rifles, he just prefers the smaller weapons.
Okay.
And I want to take the shot in the butt.
Right. I'll take, communicator, tricorder, the Type 1 phaser, and the... I should have looked it up before, the Klingon dagger.
The duck.
Yes. Just for... It might help in a conversation.
I've got the books there. Yeah, so
I'll be taking a communicator phaser and a Type 1 tricorder. I'm also going to suggest possibly taking along 22nd century Klingon uniforms. If we decide that we're going to have to pretend to be them, it wouldn't hurt to actually have the right costume for it.
You can, while saying that, you can make an insight and science roll, please.
Is this going to be about their mysterious transition from human to...
A dark...
yeah.
Because you said
Well,
that...
in that case I won't roll. I just wondered, I figured canonically in our setting we might not have such a ridiculous thing.
I'm going with CBS, and there's a ridiculous thing, and 22nd Klingons look like in the new Star Trek movies and Discovery series. And you look like 24th Klingons, and the 23rd Klingons look like humans.
Oh, they're basically just like sort of like just tanned with different beards or something, isn't they?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, honestly, I would rather get back engines, Captain. You should send somebody else because they're not going to give a shit what we say.
But you are the only two who knows Klingon.
Well, correction, sir. I know one phrase in Klingon.
We all know that one.
Yeah.
Well, you say it enough, Clark.
Have you heard that in the last Paris Square tournament? Often enough.
Yeah, I have been asked not to repeat it in front of the other Klingons on the ship, so you're right with that one.
So, but you probably know that because you had the idea, I give that for free. The Federation officers probably won't recognize you as Klingon when they meet you.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Okay, so I was just looking at the stats for the Klingon knife if you need it.
Yeah, I guess in theory I could bring a Klingon weapon along, but I think if Quavin's got one, that will do. Particularly melee focused, anyway. Oh no, I have a melee weapon focused, so I probably do have. Of
course you have.
Yeah, so I probably, rather than a batleth, I probably have a dagger as well, actually. So.
And where do you want to beam?
Where on the
the
needle?
station. Yeah.
Well, what do we know about the? I mean, actually, I'm an engineer, right? So I probably know about these stations or can figure out where they're likely to be.
First up on top is the operations center. Then comes shortly after the medical center, and then the huge terrestrial enclosure, which is practically a biosphere, imaging the surface of the planet. And then comes downwards, the ring downwards, the docking ring.
Engineering tends to be on the bottom.
Engineer is, yeah, I wanted to get that there. And then the crew quarters, the support facilities, then repair and maintenance complex, and up down to the energy reactor. So the T-bed goes more technical, but the command center is right on the top of the station.
Well, we should probably start there then, right?
I don't mind where we beam in, guys. It's because, you know, that's why I got you two meat shields along.
Well, we should either start there or engineering, and given that the people that we're likely to meet are probably there rather than engineering.
So
I would. Yeah. We might as well pick somewhere where we have some control over the station.
Yeah.
True.
So it's been either engineering or the command center.
Yeah.
One of them two. We don't want to be beaming smack into the middle, even though that's probably where most of those life forms are. That's probably where most of the hassle and problems are.
And in fact,
engineering
being one of the two as well, probably. Right.
and I give you that too because of your scans. In engineering, those exotic particle radiation is on its highest concentration.
Right. So it looks like we're going to be starting at the top then, I would say. And working our way down.
Yes.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense. You know, there's some good stuff in the command centres. At the very least, we can utilise their internal scanners to at least pick up what the flip is going on.
Right.
So you beam to the operations center.
Yeah.
Before we beam over, I want to make sure he's in a sort of, you know, ready in case there's anything there that we could see posing. A sort of like not dramatic, but ready for action, I suppose you could say.
Okay. You get the classical blue light as your atoms get scattered around the universe before being reassembled.
Oh, I hate this.
Round operations center, also similar to a bridge. And the first thing you notice is how loud it is. Everywhere peeps something. Everywhere are some computer noises and like bands, tapes getting forth and back. And this, the second thing you notice is that it looks worse, that it has battle marks on it, that some of it has been refurbished to living stuff with little tents and you see 4 humans and an Andorian in classical 23rd Starfleet uniform. One human woman, 3 human men, and an Andorian man. And the woman with blonde hair, looks a bit younger, shouts to one short bearded guy, "Damn it, Alexei, bring them back! That might be our shot." What the?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same expression as like
Greetings.
So I put my hand up and tried. It's like, it's right. We're from Starfleet. We're here to help. And sort of, even though
Which time?
2381.
So we are in that time again.
Again. Elaborate.
I was going to point out, even though Val is actually really small, he's actually standing in front of and trying to block. You know, sort of almost like he's protecting the other two.
We brought his box.
Yeah. Thanks, thank you.
5 jumps ago, we were already in the 24th century when the Romulans spotted us.
Romulans.
Where?
They have them main bases. Where's the map of the station? They have the main bases in the maintenance complex.
Well, I think we decided right then, chaps.
I take full credit.
By the way, I'm Lieutenant Commander Scarlet Hunter, and I am the commanding officer now.
Does this name ring a bell? That's all.
Is your character historical versed?
No, I've got Starfleet Protocol, but that's about it.
Then no, doesn't ring a bell.
Let me check here. What did I give him? No. not with those foci.
And you're new species to the Federation, right? Looking at Gatok and I keep forgetting your name. God damn it!
Altog. You could say we're new to the Federation. That much is certainly true.
Bare his teeth and growl slightly.
Yeah, so they're with me.
As soon as Gatok growls, the Andorian draws his phaser pistol. They sound like the not Klingons. They even have the same things on their forehead. Calm down, Thrall. I'm sorry, it's a bit jumpy.
Well,
the thing about the Klingon head, it's Val's just like. So, continue.
And stop calling them not Klingon, Scarlet. I know Klingon when I hear them, and they definitely spoke that.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll look around the other two. What the is going on here?
We don't know. We don't know how much time has passed. We only know that we are now on jump number 9, and it all started with some strange energy readings coming from the reactor core, and some red light flooded the station, and we got shortly after we got similar energy readings to a black hole, and then we were gotten all unconscious, and when we woke up and we noticed that there were less people on the station, and we couldn't figure out what it was. We couldn't reach anyone, and it was like until we determined through the position of the stars that we were actually 2 million years back in time, and after 3 days those red lights emerged again, and we jumped again to what we think was the 22nd century, where suddenly the attacks began by those creatures. Some of our things are distant relatives to the Klingons, but more aggressive, more bigger, and more brutal in their ways. And we have jumped around ever since, and each jump there are less and less people on the station. And like I said, 5 jumps ago the Romulans came.
How many of you are left?
And since we were fighting and we are trying to protect the rest of the civilians while trying the solution, and this is the first time we actually can contact some of us fellow Federation officers.
Sorry.
Can your ship beam us out?
How many of you are left?
Us 5 and 15 civilians hidden away.
What would Starfleet Protocol say about intervention in the timeline?
This I know. This will be one.
Is this Hanno or Getrog?
That's me asking if Katrok can make the role, because he has a focus on that.
Yeah, that would be. I think insight and science sounds good.
Yeah.
And DC of 1.
Okay. Maybe my short friend can assist.
Yeah. Well, this is a major Starfleet protocol. If you're doing what I think you're doing, Temple Prime
Yeah.
Directive.
Well, yeah. I just want to check if we can actually.
Right. So.
Well, chances are we should try and fix it first, right?
Yeah, but it's more a case of how
Yeah.
much we can reveal to them and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I got a 4 and a 5.
Right. So what do I need
That
to roll?
should do it.
So I'm rolling to assist.
That-
That's it.
1 momentum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just done the momentum.
I got 10 and a 4.
So you're pretty sure what Starfleet regulations say. You disrupt the timeline as less as possible and restore the current timeline. So probably some reverse that was all the jumping and sort everything back out. But if that doesn't work, try to at least save as many people without disrupting the timeline as much.
Right.
Oh, as you say, as this is like being relayed, he's just going, "Oh Christ, I fucking hate Temple Prime Directive."
This is giving me a headache.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
All right. Well, let's take this. Let's take this in logical steps. The first thing we need to do is try and resolve their issue with this thing, so they can get home.
Yes. Well,
That seems like the simple
all of
answer
them.
to everyone's problems.
All of them need to go home. That is the issue.
Well, in an ideal world, yes, but in a slightly less ideal world, we get the Starfleet folk home, and the Romulans and the Klingons, well,
Yeah, because
collateral,
we
right?
really do
What
not want an
Klingons?
advanced.
Are you
Klingon
actually
center.
saying that those creatures are Klingons?
We have not
It's
seen them yet. Or
based on the ship attached to your station. I would say yes that they are.
But
Perhaps you.
Klingons doesn't look like. What happened?
Well, that's a difficult thing to explain, but suffice it to say that the Klingon species has
Lieutenant,
had a rather rapid evolution.
Lieutenant, we do not talk about that.
It's fine, whatever. Look, they need to know essentials.
Yes.
We
This is essential.
They are they are probably Klingon, as am I.
Like I said, he's with me.
Everyone stares right now at the two of you, trying to get their head around the fact that a Klingon wears an easily recognizable Starfleet badge.
I just look back. You have jumped in time several times, and this startles you.
But we could never imagine a peace with Klingons. Klingons are... And I mean, no offense.
Well, it's for the best if you
Yeah.
stop trying to imagine anyway.
Makes,
Yeah, just wait.
makes a few steps back from the door. They're even more warlike than the Andorians.
Oh,
Val goes
yes.
to say something and then
Those
realises
Andorians.
it's like, no, Temple Prime Directive.
Okay.
It's okay. It is true.
So, does even Starfleet exist anymore if there are peace with the Klingons?
There are
It's like, what point to his uniform?
It just sort of points at the badge on my chest.
issues.
Yeah, I mean the military branch of Starfleet.
There are different issues. The
Let's,
Starfleet is still needed.
But let's focus on your problem, please.
Yes.
So, you have been jumping. You're out.
Yes.
You have no control over the jumps. It has happened 9 times.
Yes.
What have the time intervals been?
Sometimes it's only a few hours, sometimes it's a week.
And how long has it been since your last jump?
We were checking that when we received your call and tried to reach you. Let me... My NPC page paper. There we have it. Griffin, what are your calculations? Well, it appears that... what was your question again? Sorry.
When was the last jump?
The last jump, well, we woke up roughly 12 hours ago, and we were last well, you will believe us because we are jumping in the 31st century, but couldn't reach anyone because what we think is that we are not only jumping in time but also in space.
Oh, good. Marvelous.
Lovely. I did it again. That was just like, oh god.
Well, okay. So the essential thing there then is that if you've been jumping in intervals of between 2 hours to a week, and it's been 10 hours since your last jump, it could happen literally any second for all we know.
Yeah, but we usually have some warnings before it. This red light we mentioned flutes the entire station going up from the reactor core before the jumps happen.
Okay. Right. So as I understand the situation, there are currently Romulans in engineering.
Not in engineering, but in maintenance.
In maintenance.
And they all have the tools to keep the station running.
And where are your proto-Klingons?
They are in the in our crew quarters and the support facilities where all our weapons and food is stored.
Okay.
And who is in engineering?
We don't know that.
Okay.
We couldn't decipher the readings we gotten after the first jumps.
Can I see those readings?
Of course. So, you get onto a very, for you, ancient-looking console. Not like a smooth surface with touch screen, but actually buttons and discs and everything.
Old school. Like, look at it going. I ain't got a friggin' clue.
I'm going to take a look at these readings over, well, not over his shoulder really, just over his head, I guess.
So,
Just sort of have a look at it. It's like, you know, I can
that
see
would
right
be
up your nose.
I suspect engineering may be more of use here.
And as I did that, I just sort of stepped to one side. It's like, you have a look. Like, no,
yeah,
it's like
because
gibberish
of
to
your
me.
unique looks, for you, while it would be insight and security, and for Altok it would be insight and engineering.
Okay.
And I spent 2 points of threat to increase the difficulty range,
Oh, lovely.
and the DC is 3.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
So
We've got a fair amount of momentum there.
yeah.
Screw it, I'm going to spend 2 of the momentum. So... that's actually 3 successes.
And for our esteemed blip, Tellarite.
Right, so I'm just assisting. One success.
So, okay.
I rolled an 8, basically.
So you first get a readout of the environmental controls and see that it's exactly 2 kilopascals above the normal Federation standard with an humidity of 92% and the temperature is 39.1 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
And the atmosphere is fluted with tetragon particles.
Can't even escape the heat in game. Jeez.
Yeah, I was about to say that thing. It's like, yeah, thanks for that. It's like, yeah.
What would be the equivalent of a will save in Star Trek Adventures?
That would be probably control and probably
Command, maybe.
Yeah, control and command.
It would probably
Control
depend
and
on the context of what
Use-
thing you use.
You both see, and it's definitely a control and command
Okay.
check for you by the difficulty of 1.
Alright, so,
Okay, that's 2 successes.
likewise.
You notice the specification. You know them. Everyone knows them at Federation. And a cold shiver runs down your spine as one word runs through your head. Borg.
Okay.
And
I look at Val to see if he's thinking what I'm.
I'm just looking up and it's just like,
Oh.
I sort of mouth.
Oh dear.
And it's sort of like, I imagine the other people like looking at us and it's just like, it's fine, we're cool.
Yeah, we're like, not to worry, everything will be fine.
Yes. It's all cool here. Yeah, we are fucked.
I walk over to them and just whisper, "What is going on?"
I pull him close, sort of, I have to basically sort of pull him down and go, Borg.
Tach.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. Petach, indeed.
It's just like, excuse me one moment. We just need to discuss these readings. Gentlemen.
Leaning
Like,
down.
it's like,
Well, yeah, huddle, and then me and Kitarak huddle, and then we realise we're like a metre above you. And then we
It's
grab-
basically, it's like I'm keeping my gaze straight because unfortunately I've got Klingon junk right at eye level.
you have your eyes on the target.
It's just like right. Oh god. I can't tell my head left or right, so it's just head straight up. What do we tell them?
I don't think we should tell them anything about the Borg. That seems to be far above and beyond what we could safely tell them.
Should
Temporal
tell
Prime
them.
Directive.
We should tell them to stay out of engineering. Let us handle the threat. But I do think we have to go there since the Tachyon event apparently started there, if I remember correctly.
So it's like,
Well, certainly
as
if
we're
the-
having this huddle, I'm sort of turning around again, trying not to look at what's at eye level and going,
If the jumps are originating from anywhere, then engineering is where they'll be, where the cause will be. But are we sure at this stage that the right thing to do is to try and solve this situation? If Borg are involved and there are Romulans and hostile Klingons in the ship, maybe we should be cutting our losses.
What are you not telling us? Spill the bad news. You also.
Temporal Prime Directive, I'm afraid.
I don't care for the temporal prime directives.
Yeah,
I care
well,
for getting these people safe.
oh, look, that's
And
not
you
going to be a problem.
need
We're going to get you guys off the
our-
station.
Yes, you
Right
need
now.
our assistance to get off the station, so I would suggest you wait until we have discussed the matter.
Make a control and command roll.
Okay. Would that be control or presence?
I would say it's probably more like a presence.
Yeah, sorry, presence, yeah.
Whee!
And the difficulty is 2.
Okay.
It's like presence isn't like charisma.
And now you know why I needed so much threat at the beginning.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. It is 2 successes, 11 and a 4. My target is 17 because that's my thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Sheesh. The Klingons haven't changed, have they?
No, we have not.
Look, trust us, we're going to get you off this station, but there is... What I can tell you is that there is things going on that you must not know about. Because if we get to send you back to your home time, it's going to mess things up. So we're just going to get you off the station, and we're going to handle it as much as we can. Alright?
Alright.
Good. Taps the Elcon badge. Clarvant's Odyssey. Clarvant's Odyssey. Son of a bitch.
Nothing.
Funny that.
Right.
Is that a communicator on your chest?
Just a child's toy.
No, it's actually from my home planet. It's a communication device.
I don't know, you're future people!
Look, okay, less of the future questions, alright? We've already established.
Yeah, but you could ask us, so we could tell you that communications outside of the station can be really difficult, and otherwise we would have already left it.
Well, in that case, I would you did manage to get a signal through to us, so I would appreciate
we heard, we are working on it, and as soon as we get a signal again in, we can contact you.
Okay, we're probably jumping right now, guys.
No, we are not. There are no red lights to be seen anywhere.
Right, well, I don't want to stay on this godforsaken station any longer than we have to, so let's just do what we got to do.
Right.
If we can't contact the ship, we're on our own. We just have to deal with it.
Okay.
So.
It points to the person in charge. What I suggest you do is you keep working on those communicators, and we will handle what is going on further on the station. When you communicate with our ship, remind them of the temporal protocols.
Whatever they are.
They will know.
Yeah.
They will know.
Just remind them of it.
Just remind. They will know. If anybody says anything, just give them my name, Val Clarvin. Sorry, turn to be dad then for a sec.
We try.
Good. Let's do that. Sort of basically just like look. Sort of what point is like try to be gentle with him. Say look, I completely understand. This is some weird shit you're seeing.
Before we leave, I assume that given that you have not been able to do anything about the interlopers in other sections, that you have only limited control over systems.
Yes, but we clashed with them before. The Klingons are easy to fight. They just fight, but the Romulans proved a bit more tricky. Last time they disabled the torpor lifts.
Do you which century were you in when you acquired the Romulans again?
We think it was either late 24th or early 25th century.
Oh, great.
Yeah, okay. No wonder. Right.
We got a short glimpse on the ship, but something strange simple that we didn't we noticed on the ship and on the uniform. But
Oh
we did not get-
no.
Maybe you can say at least give us an edge what they are, and she draws a symbol on the pad.
Are they Tal Shiar?
Yeah, it's a Tal Shiar symbol.
Son of a bitch.
It's always the fucking Tal Shiar.
If in doubt, blame the Tal Shiar. Hey, at least it's not the Obsidian Order as well.
Yeah, could be worse, I guess.
Excuse me.
This symbol, I think it's probably safe to say that this symbol indicates that these are far more dangerous than even your average run-of-the-mill Romulan.
We figured that much out thanks to the hit-and-run tactics and almost terroristic attacks on each facilities that we could use, could be for everyone to use, and they couldn't get a hold of.
Andreas, I mean, I
Yeah.
actually, Altog isn't really trained in history or anything, but presumably the Tal Shiar have been around for centuries, and it would be safe to mention them.
Yeah, but there was a time when the Romulans were more active, but the existence of the Tal Shiar, if I remember correctly, only came later, publicly known to the Federation, because of their general secretive culture and dealings of the Romulans.
So, I guess it's safe to tell them that they're basically a special ops group.
Yeah, you can. That is safe.
Yeah, without naming them or giving any
They
historical...
actually installed a police state among the Romulans.
Yeah,
That
we
would
won't
be too
talk
much.
about that.
Right, so that's probably what we tell them then. Oh, as they've already basically confirmed for themselves, they're dealing with like a extreme special ops group.
It's a pity we can't talk to them.
Yeah. Definitely is, but they're probably not going to be in a talkative mood.
We were hoping when someone of the future came in that they could help us, but
Oh,
we
okay.
couldn't have
Judge.
we couldn't have actually any possibilities to make contact to them due to the nature of operations they did thus far.
Look, we will help you as much as we can, okay? But trust us when we say that these elite Romulans, you don't want to mess with them.
Okay, we work on the communications and the systems and try to help you from ops as much as we can.
That'll be good.
Can I just we'll do a quick test to see if internal communications is working? I think
Yeah, internal communications working. Each room, each hallway and section has normally several communication panels.
just sort of like, like checking the panels and going, right, okay. Because obviously, no, in case we need to get in contact.
Okay, what's your plan?
Right, so we can't contact our ship, which means we can't get tools. But we know that there are tools, but they're in the sort of like living areas of this tower.
They are controlled by the Romulan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to go through the Romulans to get the tools that we're likely to need to deal with the stuff in engineering
Yes.
at the bare minimum.
Or you go to the weapons and where the Klingons are.
Yeah, well, I don't like the idea of the Klingons being entrenched in the armory, to be honest.
And if
What if we persuade the Klingons to help us?
I'm
felt
not.
like-
It's not that I'm opposed to the plan of betraying my people. Not opposed to the plan of persuading my people, not betraying. But here's the thing: even if we do speak Klingon, even if we come carrying mek'leths, we don't look as they look, and they, unlike us, do not have the knowledge of time.
That is true. But if we can convince them that an that a battle of honor and glory lies ahead, I'm sure they would be open to it.
You mean with the Romulans?
Oh, they would.
For example, they would enjoy that, I'm sure.
Oh, I mean, they would. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, Lieutenant Katrok, you're in command here, aren't you?
Yeah, technically he is, yeah.
I might be,
Well, you're the command track officer here, so.
but I am definitely willing to listen to you. Both of you.
Well,
As any commanding officer should do.
Both of you.
It certainly seems like a plan absolutely fraught with risk.
Yes.
On the other hand, I don't see any plan that isn't entirely fraught with risk. So,
Well, yes.
So what you're saying is, small chance of success, certainty of death.
I think you just flipped his switches.
What are we waiting for?
Did I hear the word small?
No. It's like, no, Val. No.
You can get the point of momentum for that.
Thank you. I'm here a week. Try to view.
I support on pop cultural quotes.
Right. The important thing does seem to be to get as many of these people home as possible.
Guys, we might get able to a short voice message to your ship. We have a channel shortly open.
Oh, okay.
A short, maybe 5-6 words before it breaks down again.
Okay.
Okay, can we do that from here, or do we have to relay it through Van?
You can do that where you're in the ops still, so you can do that on your own.
Okay, so we what words do we need? We need Borg, Klingon, Romulans. No, Borg, Klingon, Tal Shiar, time jump, and then we've got one more word to play with. Time jumps, plural.
What are those things called?
Huh?
No, I'm trying to think what they're called. This is out of character, by the way. Those when they're having trouble transporting the things that they put down.
Pilot.
Pattern enhancers.
Yes.
See if they can beam those across.
That's true. We could just, rather than tell them what's going on, we could just say what we want and hope that they can get it to us.
Okay. Hostiles on board, send pattern enhancers. 6 words.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay, we will transmit that. Hostiles on board.
Oh, well, how about
enhancers? That's 5.
How about many hostiles on board?
Okay,
As different.
Multiple hostiles on board.
Yeah, multiple hostiles on board. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be 6 then.
Okay. Okay, so we'll transmit that.
Okay, we don't know if they heard it, but we try to check in if as often as possible.
Right. If they did hear us and if they understood the message, there might be some things arriving for us. Don't panic, but please don't touch them and look at them as much. Just ignore them if they arrive and we're not here. Okay, just trust me on this one.
Treat them as our birthday presents, right? You wouldn't open somebody's birthday present, would you?
They will. It's base. As much as I can tell you, there will be things that will help us get out of here, and that includes you lot as well. So just trust us on this one. Don't start poking around with them.
Right.
All right. Okay. So are we heading down? Just now.
Yeah, you can get one of our ropes to get into the medical facilities.
Okay.
And
Who
from
controls those?
we do.
Excellent.
The war zone only begins in the biodome.
Right. Alright. Point me to it.
Yeah? And 3 points to the turbolift where some ropes are lying around.
Oh, right, you meant that literally. Okay.
There are literally ropes to
There are
climb down.
literally ropes going down.
Sort of stand over to the edge of the turbo lift shaft and go.
Well,
So
you could use the ladder, but we figured out that the ropes are faster getting down.
That makes sense.
Immediately dives onto the rope, starts sliding down by doing that. Not with his hands, the thing with the arms. So it doesn't. No, basically, the uniform's going to take the burn rather than his hands.
So,
Yeah, let's
everyone using the ropes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I get from everyone a daring and security roll.
Shit.
DC of
Advantage me.
1.
DC of 1.
Yeah.
So,
It's 1 success, fortunately.
what's the complication range?
Normal.
Okay,
Um,
so it's just one
Unless
success.
I say otherwise.
Okay, one success.
One.
Okay, and you slide down till you figure that you are in the medical bay area. And you know that from there a short Jeffrey's tube goes down to the biosphere.
Alright, so the biosphere is where we're going, is it? Are the living
No,
the Romulans in the
Now the
biosphere?
biosphere is in the middle, it's a big saucer,
Yeah.
and a bit under it there is a part where the Romulans and the Klingons are.
Okay, so we're above the saucer and we want to be below the saucer.
Yeah.
And
we're
so
gonna
this is
get-
basically like a no man's land sort of thing.
Yeah, that's practically more known as the war zone right now.
Okay, and we want to get to the Klingons first.
I just want to say this is why you do not create Eden-like biodomes, because I mean, by the laws of sci-fi television, they are all going to turn into horror shows. But okay, but all right, let's move on.
I could use some Tholians or species 8245.
8472.
Yeah.
Why has our utopian society not figured out that the more utopian you make it, the worse it will be?
It's basically the universe fighting back.
Chaos and control.
Yep. Okay. So we are in the. Do we find anything useful in the medbay?
It apparently has picked clean
Okay.
by several parties, and you even see some blade marks in the walls and some decomposing corpses.
Made by perhaps Meklef, Batlef, or Diktags?
Yeah.
Right.
Nice pronunciation.
Thank you. I've been practicing. No, I haven't really, honestly.
I can just about pronounce
Come on.
Patak, and that's about it.
You wouldn't call us Star Trek fans if you couldn't pronounce that stuff right.
Well, I certainly would hate to play a half Klingon character and not be able to say Bat. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I guess if this stops here, we have to go via the war zone.
Or are there maintenance shafts?
Good point. Actually, can I make an engineering roll here?
Yeah, you can make an engineering roll with insight.
Insight engineering.
DC 2.
Right. I want to spend a momentum then. Turns out I didn't need it, but oh well. Yeah, so that's 2 successes.
And you should start rolling your real dice. No, always.
I know, right? What the hell is? I can't. Hey, I'm actually surprised because I've been relying on the computer to do it for me, and I could not fathom how easy it should be to get a success.
That's why
until I started
I'm always
rolling
in
the
shock
dice.
whenever it's like
Like,
How?
if I-
How do you
if
keep
I-
doing this?
Yeah, like if I add my disciplines and my troops together, I should have a better than 50% chance every time of getting a success. And yet, so what the fuck? But yeah, that's
I
two
do actually have a
successes
confession
there.
to make about that. I have ordered numbers. No.
Ah.
My secret is out.
Okay, yes, there are maintenance tunnels, a bit like a maze, but you could get to the armory and the crew living quarters through the several mazes made out of Jeffrey tubes, which involve a lot of crawling, especially for Altoch and Getrock. And
I mean, it would
lots
just be a stroll, really, for Val, right? So.
You don't like those small jokes.
Yeah, they go. No, it's
Did they go over your head?
Oh, funny! Yes! Makes mental notes to demote Davrin.
Yeah, but you could get there a bit, a little way around. It would take you a bit longer, but you would get there easily.
So
I'll share this information, and I'll suggest, even though it's going to be harder and probably horrible, my inclination would be to arrive via an unexpected route rather than the front door.
yeah, you sort of burst in going, surprise!
Yeah.
Well, actually, if we're dealing with Klingons, the honorable approach might be better.
But
We do
maybe.
We do
But
kind
on
of.
the
We
other
want
hand,
to get them on our side, that is.
is there perhaps any terminal around here where I could get some sort of like map of the biodome, or I don't know, some sort of layout?
Roll a d20 for me, please.
Okay, that's 13 I got on the die there.
Yep, there is a console where you can get a map.
Okay, so I want to have a look at the sort of like physical layout of this biodome, because like I don't know, maybe I'm misinterpreting this, but I feel like it's crossing this biodome is like the equivalent of crossing no man's land or something.
Practically, the biodome has an elevator in the middle,
Yeah,
but
but that stopped.
yeah, that was disabled by the Romulans, but there are a few maintenance tunnels also in the middle, because maintenance is important. So you have practically, maybe from the look of this picture here, 5 to 10 meters of the biodome, and then you can, out in practically normal spaceship space stations has it, where the tunnels and access tunnels and Japanese tube lead normally. So you have a bit of a better climb again and then crawl to the tunnels.
Okay, so unless we decide to go down the lift shaft, which leaves us massively exposed, we're going to end up in Jeffrey's tubes anyway.
Okay.
That's pretty much.
Right.
So, I mean, I do agree, though. Obviously, we should approach them openly if we do plan on getting them on side. But we may as well get close in a way that doesn't get us all full of holes,
Yes.
and then emerge from the Jeffrey's tubes.
I suggest we send Big Boy here first.
I would go first, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I know I'm here to protect you guys, but seriously, if they see me, they're just gonna laugh and maybe try and kill me.
Well,
No.
I mean, the problem we have here is they don't necessarily recognise anyone here as worthy of respect, because
Yes.
we may be Klingons, but we don't look like their kind of Klingon.
Yes,
Right.
but at least we do speak the language.
Yeah.
Well, you two do.
So I shall go first.
Yeah, I'll be.
Well, at least we have a ridges, and then regained again.
Yeah.
So.
So, gentlemen, after you.
Right. So yeah, I guess have we got a consensus there that we're going to go through the tunnels? We're going to find a place where we can emerge from the tunnels, and then we're going to approach them openly.
Yeah.
Is that the consensus?
I would say that's probably the best
Yeah.
idea we got at the moment, because
Yeah.
you say we don't want to just sort of like drop in and going, "What's up?" to the Klingons.
What's that?
Because they will probably turn us into kebabs.
Yeah. Well, what's up's a very offensive word in Klingon, so.
Oh, let's remember that.
So for your journey, I need from you a fitness and security roll
Oh no.
with a DP of 2 to see this shape and physical shape you
So
get to your destination. Fitness and security.
Maximum numbers in both.
Oh my god! I just.
What? You cut
You
out.
just cut. You're so excited you cut out.
No, I'm not excited. I'm horrified.
What? To 220s?
I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Oh dear.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
Well,
I
just
got a
rolled 2
5
6s.
and a 9, so 2 successes.
2 6s.
Altog just falls down a chute and is never heard of again.
He's back, everybody. He's back.
So the Roll20 hypothesis has been disproved. Moving on.
It's like the curse has now gone. Oh, he's using real dice now.
I'm basically mostly annoyed that I couldn't save these for my D&D game.
Yeah, what else I wanted to say? I never want to have you as my game master at the end.
I am actually quite horrific as a DM. I do a lot of crits, so. Yeah.
Okay.
This is not my system, clearly.
So let's check this one out. Okay, wall and Getrog, no problem. You get there. It's easily little walk, but Altach, you never liked Jeffrey's Tube. You never liked the narrow spaces, especially with your big body, and you actually get a bit of a cramp, and I roll now 1 challenge dice to see something.
Okay.
And you're lucky. You just feel uncomfortable, but you are not stressed out by it.
Well, I am glad for that.
So imagine just like walking down the Jeffrey's Tube. It's like, oh, a bit of trouble back there, are we?
It's a little crowded in here, yeah.
And you come out in a small sideway of the hallway of the crew quarters.
Altog sort of slumps against the wall and sort of slides down onto the floor, obviously a bit perturbed by whatever he was feeling.
You probably need to see a chiropractician after that.
The Klingon warrior part of me is not as pain, but the Delton is like, yeah, okay.
Like a walk in the park. You hand there. Sort of pop my hand down to
page 2.
to sort of offer like a shoulder to sort of.
Yeah.
Come on, up you get. Start, trying to drag him back up. Kind of. God, you're bloody heavy.
Would now be a good time for a brief break, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
Because I rolled something.
Yeah.
And while you're standing up, stretching a bit, Altach visibly hurt. You're staring down a Klingon disruptor.
Alright.
I just rolled 2 natural crits on a notice roll.
Time out. Look,
And that's where we make our play.
I've put my back out. You wouldn't shoot a man in back distress, would you?
Okay, folks, we're going to be having a little break for a few minutes to freshen up because we are boiling here. I'm going to well, basically, I'm going to mute the stream for a little bit as well, but I'll be keeping chat open. I'll be keeping my mic on as well. So go and get yourself a drink, go and freshen up, and we're back in maximum 10 minutes, but probably about 5 minutes or so. See you in a bit. So I can put it on the. There you go. That's messed up. Okay, I was hoping that would work, but it didn't. All right.
Okay. Hello, we're still here.
No, I know what I've got to do. I know what I've got to do. There we go. That's better. I told you it messed up all my settings.
Yeah.
So it's a bit. There we go. Brilliant. Now I've got to make sure I don't show myself off as I. Okay. Back in 5. Just gonna mute that. Yep. I was hoping Chloe might turn up on her cat towel or something, but a bit of entertainment. But she's currently asleep in the corridor because it's very warm. It feels weird being a player for this game right now. It does. It's enjoying it, but it feels weird. Yes. So today, no spoilers. But I did go to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, and if you like Marvel films, I can thoroughly recommend it. Yeah, it's part of me kept wanting to sort of turn around and go, ooh, no, it's this, but I thought no, I've got. So you notice I went fairly quiet a few times. That's why it wasn't the thing was boring or anything like that. It was literally the only way I could stop myself from going. It's not quite how it's normally done. So it's like no. That's why I've sort of step back, but it's I say it's been seeing things from a player's perspective will definitely help. So this is why I've had no problems doing this. It's,
Did I already fucked up the rules?
No, didn't. No, it was just more of a part.
You did, but we're not talking about that.
Yes and no. Different from the way a couple of things that I would have done differently, but that's the thing. It's just different how I would have done it. It's the GM brain. Okay.
Yeah.
So
GM prerogative, isn't it?
yeah, it's like you
everyone
get so
has
used to
his
doing
own
it.
style.
Exactly. So that's why it was like I was sort of saying to the chat when you guys came in was that's why I was going a bit quiet. Wasn't because anything bad was going on. It was just like okay, no, I've got to. No, this is not my game. This is somebody else's. So I've got to sit back a little bit.
Yeah, the reason we are doing this is actually I gotten the book, I gotten several ideas, and I just want to try out game mastering it to see how how easily handle it is from a game master perspective.
Oh, before I forget, Andres, did I send you the cheat sheets? The
No.
link. The thing. I will send you them to you as a files because trust me, this is how I rarely have to check up on the games. I literally have once.
I literally have the book open here all the time, and every time when I check something on it, I read something up here.
Are you talking about the quick reference guide, Chris? 'Cause
Yes.
I've got that open right now, so you definitely.
Oh, good. I couldn't remember if I had or
Then
not.
I
So.
just didn't thought of it. Or
It's the first game we did when I
no.
was doing it. I had the book open as well, but then I realised I only need that for reference.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
To be
that's
honest though, even though it's quote unquote quick reference, it's still more words than I can reason.
I think
game,
after a while, I've got
Yeah.
used to going. Okay, that's where that is. That's
Yeah.
where that is. I've got a pretty good idea. If not, I know how to make it up. It's more. Wait a second. Is it reason or? I mean, quite often, when you see me running, you see me looking down like that. I'm basically just looking at this sheet, so I can reference it and go, okay, right. So for characters, it's generally presence and command and things like that. But
yeah,
I think this is one of the things now I've got my brain around it. I am really, really enjoying the Star Trek Adventure system.
I like it too, and I think and that's true for every system I run so far. The more often you run it, the more secure and are you getting at running it, and the more grasp do you get of the rules, like say what you have to roll in which situation and things like that.
That's it. I mean, the main thing I tend to sort of like really sort of brush up on and like swap through the books is when I'm going for like the stats and things like that. That's 9 times out of 10 now what I keep the books for. But I love reading them because they give me some really good ideas, which is why I am really, really looking forward to the operations book when that comes out in October, because that's going to be for engineers, and apparently it's got a mention of Section 31 in it. So it's just like, that has to be got. Right, let's just switch back to normal mode. Now everyone's here. Hopefully they'll do this right. There we go. Excellent. Right.
Okay. You see two Klingons as they have been not seen in a long time. Black, purplish color, completely hairless, strong cranial ridges, bone-like armor, spiky, and two of them aiming two disruptor pistols at you.
I'm gonna say Nuknech, which is what do you want, but it's a general greeting used when confronted by another. According to this dictionary, that's
it's pretty much the Klingon version of hello.
What do you? Yeah.
Because what do you want is the exact confrontational thing that Klingons would say to each other.
To our possible viewers, we will now talk Klingon all the time. We make it like in this typical Star Trek episode that was the Klingon for the scene, and now we assume we are speaking Klingon unless
our translators malfunction.
Yeah, the universal translator's kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So roll a presence and command roll, please.
Presence and command. Well, I should probably let Hanno speak first, but never mind.
No, just see how many successes you roll.
Yeah, okay, so presence 8, command 1, oh dear. I actually have a good chance of failing this one. I'm going to use a momentum. He says, after rolling 2 successes, and the momentum has given him a critical fail. So that was a mistake. But never mind.
You just insulted his house.
No problem, I just give myself another threat for that.
Did anyone move a momentum yet, or do I need to just... Yeah, sorry. Yeah, cool.
So, why do you speak our language? Explain yourself.
I would gladly explain, but actually my friend here is better at the words. So,
You're up, big boy.
Doc, please explain.
My name is Katrok of House Zajuk. We are of Klingon blood.
You don't look like Klingon. You speak lies.
Are you insulting my honor?
I didn't know a betach like you can have any honor.
Val wins, does that in the background as well. It's like, oh, this is going to be amusing.
Lower your weapon and stand behind your words.
He looks to his companion, who, by the way, has started grinning, and nods a bit. He takes he puts down his pistol and makes this one. And invites gesture.
I'll punch him.
Yes.
Okay, that's daring and security, I think.
Okay.
I've got it if you want a reference. So.
I'm gonna pile into the other one.
Yes, there it is.
Does that?
Daring and security, please.
Okay.
DC of 2.
Okay, that is a 1 and a success.
So the 1 is a critical, right?
Yeah.
That's 3 successes.
Yeah.
And you punch him or headbutt
Yeah,
him?
well, I'll headbutt.
Excellent. Yes, I was hoping someone would do that at least once.
He goes down, his companion starts laughing, and he on the ground starts laughing too while he gets up. I like you are Klingon.
I will actually offer my hand for him to get up.
Val's just like,
What are you doing with that little dark food and the silly clothes? And why do you look so strange?
in as much Klingon as Val can muster, he wishes to imply that last night he had relations with the Klingon's mother.
Are you truly doing that?
No.
There's bound to be a phrase for that. Let's have a look.
There are some things you don't say to a Klingon, especially not involving his mother.
It's almost as if like, it's if like there's like a sort of like you see inside Val's head for a brief moment, and it's like, it's not what your mother said last night. And then he realizes, nah, that would be stupid.
I agree, Squojo. He said it out loud. Consequences. I agree. But then again, I would then be held to the same standard.
Exactly.
And I say many silly things out loud.
So, things are complicated. If you wish an explanation, I will provide it as much as is possible.
Best we bring you to the siblings. You can talk to them.
Siblings, huh?
They assumed command after our captain died.
Kija, lead on. Kija just means yes. So.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'm standing between these two.
They bring you
Excuse me.
in to a bigger room that has been refurbished to Klingonese. You probably recognize it as the officer lounge. And there stands 2 tall, muscular Klingons, bigger than everyone
I'm
else.
trying to get the light out of the thing because it's
One male and 1 female, both more purplish than black, and in golden armor.
Chris, are you aware this useful phrases website has the phrase "My hovercraft is full of eels"?
We are not having a
I do now. Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. That is.
Sorry, Andreas is trying to GM and I'm using these phrases.
No, it's fine. I
I was not aware of that actually, but it's probably a good job I didn't know.
I'm a GM that doesn't have problem with off-topic talk as long as it's not destroying important scene.
Okay.
Good.
Uh,
And also in terms of distracting things,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've just
apparently
read that.
people in chat talking about Picard is officially back, guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I think that
What?
that very
So-
What?
very temporary. Going to pause the game for the moment. Yeah,
This deserves
I'm going to
talking
read
about.
this Twitter because this is
Serious or
important.
movie?
It is an unexpected but delightful surprise to find myself excited and invigorated to be returning to Jean-Luc Picard and to explore new dimensions with him. And then there's a picture linked to his full statement on the matter.
So perhaps a follow-up of TNG. Perhaps he's an admiral now. We don't.
I'm trying to read it.
Yeah.
All it's saying is that Picard is back.
Right. Well, that's pretty damn cool.
Sorry
Yes.
for my German now.
No, go for it, man.
Cut.
Go for it.
Picard ist zurück.
This is big.
Patrick Swart ist gerade offiziell gemacht.
Are you sure that's German? It sounds Klingon to me.
So, what did you say about my mother? Yeah, that's worthy of pausing the
Wow.
game for that one.
You know what? You get a momentum, and you get a momentum because of that.
That's it. Yeah, Clarvin just rips his clothes off and runs down the corridor naked. I did not just say that.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's mega news. That's really mega news.
That's
That's
awesome.
huge.
I'm just blown away right now. I heard rumors, but
Oh, the other thing as well, I don't know if, again, whilst we're on a slight tangent, and I'm going to be getting these guys, they are making the Sally Ride crew as figures.
minis, yeah.
As
Yeah.
figures, and I'm going to be getting them. I'm not going to be painting them because my painting skills are crap, but I will be buying them just because, holy crap, it has to be done.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
so we are at the,
Okay.
the second page. Yeah, that's what their names.
Okay,
Right.
back to the plot.
Yeah. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
So,
That's like an emergency news flash.
They are Klingons, but unlike us, we're both Klingon leaders. Look at the man. I am core of House Matok, and this is my sister, Calais of House Matok.
greeting. I am Couture of House Najuk.
I am Altog Mars of House Lavos.
Oh, I am Val of, I suppose, House Clarvin, I suppose. Yeah, House Clarvin, yeah. Let's go with that.
The small animal speaks Klingon.
Oh, you flatter me. Animal. Thank you, I wish.
We've taught him a few phrases. He can do.
More than a few tricks. I sort of give the female Klingon a sort of cheeky wink.
Oh God, that's a
I
horrifying.
know, that's the whole point.
Creepy enough.
Hanno, do we have like a
revealing her sharpened teeth?
It's like,
do we have a game plan here about Hanno? Are we going to pretend like we've been, I don't know, like physically, like surgically altered to be spies or something?
Nah, we just offer the battle.
Fair enough.
it's just like,
So,
nice.
why are you looking such strange and weak? And why are you not wearing armor?
We come from a different place at time.
Is that what's happening here?
Yes. This station is traveling not only in space. And we try to find a way to remedy the situation.
So, does the Klingon Empire still exist?
Yes.
Does it rule the galaxy?
As
It rules part of the galaxy.
And it is strong.
How much of a part?
Enough. Enough to be strong. What more do you want from me?
I give that for you free. There come out of the time where the Klingons were strongly expansionists and very aggressive
Yeah.
towards everyone.
Is it as asking as a player, is the Klingon space bigger now than it was back then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Empire has expanded.
oh yeah, it's got bigger.
So, without lying,
Good, and there's even still honor among you, even though you almost look like those weak Terrans.
did I forget my ridges this morning?
No, but the hair and
Yeah. No, it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, friend. Terrans do not have as much guy.
Okay. We bring a request.
That's true, actually. Arguably, I mean, my ridges are softer. They probably look closer to them because I'm bald.
yeah, but generally, as I imagine it, even after the cure of the retrogenetic virus, the new Klingons were still skinnier and smaller than the original Klingons.
It basically
And they
made them
wear
more
and
like
their
humans.
clothes are far less spiky.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that retrovirus essentially made them more like humans. For anyone who's not
And
aware.
yeah, it was original Klingon, then human, and then half-breed. And
No.
why did you come to us?
We come to you with the proposal of a battle against a common foe.
And trust me, this foe is unlike anything you've ever seen.
There are Romulans. They would know Romulans. I guess.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Well, Romulans first.
Okay.
There are Romulans
Yeah.
aboard the station.
we got to prioritize these battles, Val.
Yeah,
Romulans
come on,
first.
I'm sort of whispering and sort of putting down because seriously.
we know that they're Romulans. We have killed many thus far.
Good. Then you won't mind helping
Excellent.
us kill some more.
So,
No.
what's the name? Sort of putting down there. What's the name of that place that Klingons believe they go to when they die? So I'm doing like a stage whisper kind of thing, sort of like not trying to hide it, but at the same time, not sort of making it too obvious. It's like, what's that place called where they go to when they die?
Stover Core, I think you'll find.
Yeah, right. Okay. No, this is Val. This is not Chris saying this is Val. So,
No, I know. This is Altog. If you're doing it in a stage whisper,
yeah,
Altog will reply.
Ah,
Val.
So, yeah.
Right.
and even though we enjoy killing Romulans, their base is too highly protected and they have weapons that match not ours. We are only 7 left, and that's much as I don't fear death and I want to enter Stovercore. It would be more of a tactical advantage if we take control over the station before we destroy the Romulan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Well,
I am sure that 7 Klingon warriors can stop an army.
especially her.
Roll presence and what do we take for that command?
Okay, gladly. I have a focus and inspiration.
Yeah, and the DC is 3.
Okay. Well then, what's a momentum count look like?
It's
Pretty decent, actually.
Oh,
Well,
it's not
pretty
really,
decent as
no.
well. So I was
No, but
sorry, force of habit. I was looking at 3.
Yeah, we're in an alarming situation. Momentum to.
yeah, but I still would have to take that.
You would have to, so you may as well.
Okay.
I mean, otherwise you've got a crit. You do have a focus here, though. So remember, a success
Yeah.
under your focus counts as 2.
Yeah. Okay, that is 3 successes anyway, and I have the focus.
There we go.
Of course we can. So, how do you think this attack should happen?
No, Romulans, right?
Please, what do you know about their numbers and where they are holed up in?
The exact numbers I don't know, but there are few. And they are holed up in a big hole with in a blah. Hallo? Was
Ja?
heißt nochmal Lager auf Englisch?
Lager?
Hm?
Camp?
Ähm,
Maybe describe what you're trying.
Warehouse, but
Oh, a storeroom.
the big storeroom. Thank you.
Okay, so like a warehouse type area.
Yeah, with
Okay.
lots of crates full of useful technology and tools, and they fortify themselves with straps and automatic turrets. There.
I'll talk. What could you do about that?
Well, there's quite a lot I could do, but I fear it might be cowardly. Now, if we could get access
Gaining
to...
an advantage in battle is not cowardly.
Well, there are perhaps there's many substances that we could pump through the vents. We could.
I apologise, okay, but you know I haven't had the bean burrito. All right, I was banned from having those. So
if you keep talking about bean burritos, we're going to have to explain to them how we acquire our food on our ships, and that's like this whole kettle of fish we don't want to be open.
Good point.
Right?
Good point.
So,
Just shovels back into the back. Don't ignore me.
Also, they control the maintenance area, so they
well,
might
actually,
be able to prevent that.
Out of character, we think the Borg control the maintenance area.
No, they
the
control
Borg
engineering.
and engineering.
Right. Okay. But okay. So in theory, there's going to be plenty of substances lying around in engine maintenance
Yeah.
that could poison people through the vents.
Yeah, in
But
engineering.
the problem being, we would then have to go through the Borg and engineering first, right? But on the other hand, there have got to be other places in the stations where we can get hold of chemicals, even if it's just a cleaner's closet, right? I mean, it's
I'll
got to be.
give you one hint if you allow me to take another threat.
No, you cannot have more threat. You've got all the threat.
There is no limit to the threat you can have.
You know.
No, I just mean I don't want him.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
He's got 7 threats.
Yeah, trust me on this one. I'm cacking myself because I know what that entails.
We have Borg to deal with, guys.
Yeah,
And
but-
Chris, every time, Chris is like, "Oh, you'd be terrible stats. Oh, you'd shit yourself." And so, no, I don't want you to have more fucking friends.
So are you a Klingon or a mouse?
I'm a Klingon, and I still don't want him to have more. I don't know. What do you think? Do you guys want a free hint? It's not free though. For the record,
No,
it has
it's
a
never.
cost.
It's never free.
It's never free.
It's like getting a wish from a genie. It's never free.
But do we want
you
the
don't have
hint?
any momentum, so would have. Oh no, you have one momentum.
No,
We do have-
no, saving that.
You can spend that momentum for the hint.
Oh yeah, because that's so much better.
No,
I don't
no,
fine.
we'll brute force this. I think.
Do we want? Do we not?
Yeah.
Do we want the hint, guys? Votes.
I vote nay.
I would, yay.
Okay.
I'm actually inclined to vote yay.
Alright, fair enough. Then I'll go with the
well, I-
majority.
I think I would rather spend the
over
momentum. I think I'd rather spend the momentum than give him more threat. I don't know.
Okay. Go. Alright, if you want to spend the momentum, fine.
Well, I feel like if once we start rolling, we can get the momentum quickly in theory, right? So,
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I would say rather don't give him a threat, but yeah, okay, spend the momentum.
yeah.
You are in a room with at the moment 7 heavily armed Klingons. That entails melee weapons. And Borg are known for which technology?
Assimilation.
When it comes into combat.
As it's saying that, Bel's like, wait, whoa, lads, I think I'm getting an idea.
Yes.
Huddle. Oh, God,
Remember a scene of first contact.
Huddle. Oh God. The bee people. Energy weapons don't work. on them. Kinetic weapons do.
All right. So we reorder our priorities.
Apparently.
Okay.
I think
This
we should-
works for me.
Yeah,
We can get to engineering. We can find a substance that we can use to smoke out or poison the Romulans in maintenance, and then we can use the tools that they have in maintenance to fix the engineering, and everyone can go home.
Plus,
Great.
as long as we don't, what's the word? Engage. You know who? They should leave.
What,
us alone.
Voldemort?
Yes.
He's not here as well, is he? We've got nothing.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it, but it's like, yeah. But yeah, as long as we don't interact or damage them who shall not be named, we should.
This was its final Horcrux.
Pretty much, yeah. We should be all right.
Okay.
Should be. But if things do go down the exhaust pipe, where's that? I'm gonna basically just point to the weapon, the handheld weapons. We can at least make them pay before.
Alright.
Yeah. And God, okay, right, that's enough.
So, in that case, sort of, Katrok, we've got another enemy to direct our friends at then.
We do.
Perhaps you could persuade them round.
You show willingness to do battle against Romulans. What about an even more formidable foe?
Those Federation scum, they are not formidable foes. They are easy to kill.
I am talking about what is in engineering.
Not those Federation tactics.
Just like, oi, I am here.
Okay, because Altok said that, now it would be the perfect to spend a point of threat. Lieutenant Commander Hunter to Lieutenant Katrok. Lieutenant Katrok.
Shit!
Your ship's beam.
Slamming my communicator, trying to turn this off.
It's like the phone going off at the worst possible moment.
What was that? And you never seen so many Klingons so quickly draw their weapons.
That
In that, well, Altog will draw his own mech-lef
that
to make sure they
Or-
see he's carrying a Klingon weapon.
that was the ship I serve on.
What kind of bird of prey you serve on?
I do not serve on a bird prey.
He captains one.
You say that in character?
Yes.
It's so quaint that they think we're still prey.
Yeah.
That is in character.
I serve on a Nova ship.
I was trying to big you up there, alright? Come on.
What is a Nova ship? And sorry, what is a Nova ship?
Alright, I think this might actually be where. I mean, I'm an engineer, so I'm going to basically like rattle off a bunch of specs at them. Explaining how and why a Nova is so much more superior to their primitive birds of prey from several centuries ago.
Good. Okay. In
Alright,
character.
so what would this be? Would this be
Presence and engineering.
Oh shit! I'm not that great at presents, guys. But okay.
Do you
That's
see-
two successes
do you
though,
see-
actually.
GC2.
Oh, good, because I've got
Okay,
two successes.
okay.
I'm just seeing focuses for this, just because we might get some stuff back if I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be honest, I'm an engineer. I have a lot of focuses, so.
Which one do you want to use?
Well, I think given that they are Klingon, I'm going to focus mostly on the particle weapon technologies. Focus and the ability to destroy enemies.
Yeah, I allow that. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, all right. We've bluffed them that our futuristic Novas are.
And
No.
who is this enemy you spoke of?
I was just sort of trying to make eye contact
Is
with both of them at the same time to say.
There. Okay. Is there anything in Klingon mythology that would approximate what a Borg does?
Oh, what were they called?
Wow, that's a hell of a question.
No, I know what he's going on about because I encountered them in Star Trek Online only a couple
It's
about a
not
month
the
ago.
Andino.
No, it's Feklia. That'd be the equivalent.
Theclia.
Feklia. They're like the demons of.
Enlighten
This is out of character, by the
enlighten
way.
us on that.
They
Yeah,
are
could you-
basically Klingon demons.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Now that you say it, they do appear somewhere.
Can't remember how it's spelled, but it's like Feklia or Feklia or something like that. And for those who have watched the Star Trek Online stream, no spoilers.
Okay.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Then I will reference those.
I just finished the Klingon War storyline, so please, no spoilers.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm saying no spoilers this one, because it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, then I will.
That would be
Right.
a truly honorable battle.
It would. Would you join us in this battle?
Yes.
I will extend my hand to kind of formalize it.
So look at you. Take out the Makach,
Mm-hmm.
or how the deck is called again.
Well, that depends on what, because there's about 17 billion melee weapons that could.
It goes from Detak.
So Altog is carrying a mech-lef, which is kind of like a short sword, but it's a bit curvy. And then they've got
The dagger thing.
the Duktak
The
Tac.
meinte ich.
is their knife, their stabbing
Yeah.
knife.
Everyone takes out the Diktach,
Yeah, same.
slashes them through the hand, and smear their blood over the face, and all call shout out at the same time, Kapla!
Kapla!
Ah,
Kaplunk!
Yeah, that's pretty much what. So yeah, kapla. If you've ever watched Hello Hello, you'll understand that joke.
Achievement unlocked. Gain Klinken allies.
Listen very carefully. I should translate this only once.
Hello Hello is literally my favourite show of all time.
Love
Anyway.
the British people talking about British things.
Yeah,
Okay,
that,
now
to be
we
fair, as Hannah says, it's probably a fairly British
Oh
thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah, it
We
is.
can talk about it after the stream, maybe.
You have acquired now 7 heavily armed, brutal, strong Klingons at your
Val must wants to
disposal.
make sure he can stand as close to the female he sort of winked at earlier, as close as he's allowed to stand. He likes big women.
Oh, she is
Klingon said he cannot lie.
Right.
Right, onwards to kill the demon.
I'll talk. What do we know about engineering?
That's a really good question. What do I know about an engineering station of this sort?
The question is not of this sort, but of time. And that would be a reason and engineering role.
Okay, that's
DC of 2.
okay. Well, it's definitely 2 successes. It's possibly more depending on focuses, but I've definitely succeeded. I got a 2 and a 3 on the dice.
Nice.
So
That could go very well if you've got a focus in these ones.
I doubt I have the focuses, to be honest. No, I don't think I do. No, not really.
And since I have keep the time and check, I will remember you that you also have your values for certain roles, which might be needed.
Yes, probably not now, but definitely.
Yeah, there's a couple of these that might apply for me.
So I actually have a perfect value for this adventure, which is I empathise with outsiders. Literally everyone we're meeting is an outsider. It's fantastic. So whenever I want to use it, I can. Yeah. So I succeeded on the engineering reason.
So it's once you gotten through the biodrome, it's fairly easily to get everywhere, because now instead of a single turbulent shaft, you have many, and also very accessible tubes and engineering tubes, and engineering itself. First, like I said before, the more down it gets, the more technical it gets. First comes a computer core with practically a big 70s style server room. And after that, there is a huge reactor, that antimatter reactor, that powers the whole thing, with a lot of gangways, cooling systems, and it's practically a big open room with a lot of tubes and a few consoles to regulate the whole thing.
Okay. So there's quite a few potential ways in then.
Yeah.
But to be honest, guys, I mean, this is not something I'm going to be saying out necessarily, but from what we know of the Borg, does it really matter which route we choose to go in?
Not really, no, because they're pretty. Again, this is our character.
Like either they'll just be standing there waiting, like
until we do
literally,
something threatening.
Or they're far too damn smart to be tricked anyways.
Yeah, and being from the time period we're from, this is something that the crew would generally, even if they may not have physically encountered the Borg before, they would definitely know about them.
Yeah,
and they would definitely know the standard
since you
protocols.
all have been to Starfleet Academy and are officers, you all know lots of things of Borg, because that's some courses everyone needs to take, especially after the events of Voyager. With the Borg are pretty much explored and known of their tactics and behaviors and technology.
Yeah, it is definitely as you said, it's something that pretty much everybody in Starfleet would know about.
Val,
we may
what
as
do you
well
think
just do a frontal assault, right?
Val, what do you think would be our best approach?
I think, considering it's you know who. No, because he's obviously the Klingon doesn't want to say it's. I think honestly, we should try to avoid fighting them as much as possible. But the
Klingon squint eyes at you as you say that.
Little chicken
me
man.
fighting them. It's like, look at me. Okay, I'm tiny. If you guys,
Tarks are tiny too.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Well, the important thing is, Val, we are eventually going to need access to engineering anyway.
yeah.
So,
so
realistically, we because we're talking what the plan is here. It's a bit convoluted at this stage, but we're planning on getting materials to poison the Romulans so we can get the tools to go back to engineering and fix whatever the time distortion is.
Yeah,
right?
So we don't really want to. How can I put this? We want to get this done as quickly as possible.
Well, granted, but all I'm saying is it will be. Borg still breathing down my neck.
We should, if we can take them out, we should.
Yeah.
That is a wasp. Okay.
Oh no, it's a Borg wasp!
Oh god! That's a terrifying mental image, an assimilated wasp.
That's just. I'm looking up because there's a wasp flying around my lamp.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we're gonna tell them to do melee attacks, yeah.
Yes.
And we're are we just gonna go in basically through the front door? Because frankly speaking, it's the bloody Borg. It doesn't make much difference.
Well, I suppose it just sort of sounds like. I mean, come on, guys. Dying against the Borg. There's worse ways to go. Not much. Not many I can grant you, but come on.
Actually,
the problem about dying against the Borg is you don't necessarily stay dead. That.
Look. Shit.
Let me just try. Let me just try to get that thing out of my room. Just a second.
Okay, so it's just like I can imagine it's like something like. So whilst we're having the discussion, that's a good point. Okay, before we go any further, I want to make a pact with you. If they get me, shoot the Borg.
If they get you, shoot. Wait, you as the Borg?
No, if they're about to get me. No, not those.
About to get you. So if they do get you,
hell no! I want to live.
But what if they do get you?
Oh, no, disintegrate me.
Oh, great, good. I've always wanted to do that.
Me
I guess
personally, or just
true.
disintegrate someone.
Well, maybe this is a time.
No, that's the perfect time. The Klingon standing going, what the hell's going on? What do you mean by that? Come on.
Well, I don't know. You're a little bit.
Oh, little, I see.
Oh, yeah. Okay. See, this is what I mean. You always make, even when it's not about the size.
Trust me, the size isn't the issue here.
But yeah, okay, fair enough. Mutual disintegration pact. Okay, I do not want to be a Borg. So.
All right.
Yeah.
What if we're simulated at the same time?
Well, then I guess we need Katrok to disintegrate us.
But then, this is getting complicated.
Should we just all agree to disintegrate everyone else? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, squid bit, being assimilated. And I'll see when those tubules go.
Yeah, we should probably actually warn our. We're expecting them to go melee toe with these Borgs, which is great. But on the other hand, they should be aware of how exactly scary getting hit by the Borg could be. Right? Like, do not let them touch you.
Yeah.
Should be something we tell them, right?
Okay, but we're going to have to phrase this in such a way so it sounds like we're talking about those demon thingies.
Yeah. So, I mean, there must be something in the legend about their corrupting touch,
Good,
right?
we can say that their touch will.
Yeah,
destroy
it's a
their
bad
soul or
touch. You
something.
will have to go to court and tell the lawyers where they
So,
touched you.
so tell me on the dog exactly where the Borg assimilated you.
But yeah, I mean, like, in fairness to these Klingons, we should probably say, you know, you will be more effective if you attack them in melee, but don't let them hit you.
Yeah,
Don't let
them touch
right?
you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Because you know, if I try and say, they'll probably end up insulting their mother or
Right,
something.
Katrok, please turn into flowery Klingon language these words of wisdom.
I will. Whatever they are.
Yeah.
And he basically just swears at them until they understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what we discussed, Hanno, is that we're sending these Klingons to engage it with the Borg in melee.
Yes.
But if a Borg touch them, they can be assimilated. So we just want to sort of warn them not to get touched, basically. Like, it only seems fair that we would give them some sort of warning. If only because if they get assimilated, that's another problem we have to do. Right?
True.
So.
I do not want to go up against.
Oh, the Wasp's back, isn't it?
It's a spy.
Yeah.
It's a spy, basically. That's what it is. It's wrong with
I
a
was
spy.
watching it on his camera. And
It's a walk through.
Apparently there is another one.
Oh god, they're now there's two of them.
Good
Yeah.
lord, they're assimilating already.
Yeah, I'll deal with them after the stream.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, so that we want to kind of get across the idea that while it would be more effective for them to be in melee, it would also be very dangerous for them.
Yeah. So
Okay,
basically,
I
as long as they don't touch them, sort of thing.
I will put that into words of honor, bravery.
Yeah, no, easily done.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
Well, to be fair, like a skilled warrior shouldn't let the. So
Yeah.
there's got to be a way to phrase it. So.
Yeah,
So the
no
cancer's
problem.
coming. She's looking like she wants to get up on the deck. So I apologize
So
in
you
advance.
make your way down to engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, which route do you take? Do you take the surprise route or do you take the direct route?
I'd say the direct route is probably going to be best.
Yeah, I'm not sure we think the Borg are going to be easily. To be honest,
Because
so.
you know, if one's alerted, they're all going to be alerted. So.
Yeah.
And at least this way, everyone can down the passage as opposed to climbing down the tunnels. And this has nothing to do with the fact that Altog has some severe claustrophobia right now. But yeah.
You make your way down, and as you make your way down, something in your environment changes. There's a slight red glow starting everywhere.
Oh no.
Only slight.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
So that starts rubbing his eyes. Am I seeing things, guys, or is this room getting a bit red?
You're not seeing things, and this is exactly what time jumps.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to get our. We gotta go. We gotta do this now.
Yeah, no kidding. So let's get our bloody move on.
And do you charge into the reactor room, or do you want to scout out first?
I don't know. Maybe Hannah.
Can we? Nah, we shouldn't do that. Let's scout.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Who's going to do that then?
I got this, lads.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's a security officer.
Yeah,
But
so-
I want to be polite.
No, it's more
So-
like it's just suddenly realising, oh yeah, she's all about me.
So to sneak into the reactor room, we want you to make a daring and security roll. The DC is 1. Because you're small and the Borg didn't realize you as a threat yet.
Yet. Okay, that's pretty good actually. That's okay. I'm not gonna take any momentum. Oh, very nice. 7 and 8.
I guess you get 1 momentum then. And you see something. It looks a bit similar to the pictures from Academy from of the interior of a Borg cube, but only on one side. Like it's only the necessary parts
This is just
have been assimilated, and the rest is still original. You see a few Borg corpses lying around, scavenged, apparently for replacement parts like an arm missing, an eye missing, stuff like that. And you see directly at the reactor core 3 Borg.
Okay.
2 on a console, their nanite tentacles tube thingies connected to that, and 1 bigger than the others, patrolling Earth between them. And on the core is something that doesn't look like Borg. It looks like some mismatched technical device, not really built, but melted together from different technologies, times, and make an insight and engineering, please. No, reason and engineering.
Reason engineering. Well, that work.
For Val,
Oh dear.
Oh, I see. Okay.
because he sneaks out.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm not even in the room.
DC
Yeah.
1.
I just heard engineering for. That's me.
I got a 16 and a 3.
So 1 it is, and you can get a short glimpse of the antimatter reactor.
Okay.
But this doesn't look anymore like an antimatter reactor. It looks like that in the chamber something like a red black hole is spinning.
Ooh, so it's basically out of character.
Oh.
So it's a singularity. It's just I've got the right mental image in my head. That's why. So,
Well, that may or may not explain the Romulan presence.
yeah. Very carefully when I sneak back out of the room, try not to alert any of the people, shall we say, within the room. Okay,
Do you want to do anything else before you sneak back?
No.
Okay.
It's just like going in. That's what's there. What? Okay, it's GTFO. Do you need this roll?
So you go back to the others.
And I basically relay what I saw. You know, telling them about the Borg on one side, everything else, roughly how many Borg that I can see were in there, and obviously the weird thingy on the engine core.
Oh. Run that last bit by me again.
Yeah, that's it. Trust it. Some weird, freaky shit's going on here.
It's not a black. It's practically not a black hole, but a red hole. And if you want, you can make a reason and science DC 2.
Reason and science. Okay.
You can, as one of you can do that with an assist.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Anyone. I meant I'll talk.
Oh, okay, so
When he hears it.
I'm not going to assist this one because my science is poop.
Alright, right. Difficult to.
I mean, I can try to assist.
Yeah, give
You're
me
probably better than I was.
give me an assist because I'm not convinced I'm going to succeed this one. So, and
Okay.
yet I did. So there
Okay.
you go.
I would throw you 2 successes.
Great. That's momentum then. So
That's 2 momentum.
So-
That's why I asked why this is.
I'm just going to roll just out of curiosity to see what I would have got. This doesn't count.
Red,
Yeah, it's a good job I didn't roll for that one.
red holes is something. You heard some theories about red matter who might cause this,
Oh.
but you never heard it. It's just serious, but you never actually heard it can ignite black holes, but also can open rifts in space-time. But it has to be done on purpose.
It-
What confuses you, because of the 4 successes, is that the thing who actually seems to generate it from Well's description seems not to be Borg technology.
not to be. Or
Yeah, not to be Borg technology.
Yeah, it didn't look Borg. It was.
Well, I mean, clearly. Well, maybe this isn't clear, but my assumption here is experimental or stolen or borrowed technology. This whole thing screams of an experiment gone wrong, right?
Gentlemen, could we discuss the scientific implications after we've taken care of the threat?
Well, the scientific, yeah, fine, but the scientific implications are very soon. But yes, all right, fine.
Just sort of, I mean, quick look around and kind of like as if he's calculating something in his head. It's like, 1, 2. Yeah, we should be all right.
All right.
Could be.
So onward to honour
Yep.
and
off you.
victory, and possibly stow the core, but let's hope not.
And at that, all Klingons start to sing and charge the room.
Is it the K-less song?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just had that quest yesterday, I laughed.
No. I know the one. I know the one you're talking about. That's a good one.
Okay, so
And yeah, to make that quickly, to see how, because are you charging with them or not?
I am.
I think I am, realistically. Like, the player in me wants to stay a step behind, but the Klingon in my actual character probably wouldn't let it.
I'm trying to run in with them, but
So we are
obviously
now in
no.
initiative,
Yeah.
and your group has the initiative first, and you can say to me what the Klingons do.
Alright, so they're like supporting characters basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, well, you're full-blooded Klingon.
Yeah, you can act in any order you want now, and if everyone acted, the Borg are.
Well, to sort of
Borg
symbolise
turn.
me getting to the fight late, I'll go last.
Okay, hold on. There's 7 Klingons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just I would say 2 Klingons per drone.
In game terms, you have 5 minor NPCs and 2 notable NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say two Klingons per drone, and then one of the notable NPCs, and at least Katrok on the big one. I don't know what the rest is doing. Is up to you.
I'm basically going to be aiming for, well, once I eventually get into the room, for whichever Borg's nearest. Basically, whichever one I can hit.
Altog is going to focus on whoever's nearest to controls in engineering.
Okay.
That would be both the smaller ones.
Yeah, so he's more concerned about eliminating or potentially interfering with the technology.
Okay. Then, if we're doing that, Katrok would like to take both of the leaders against the big one.
Okay.
You're going for the big boys.
Since you guys are also going for the drones. Yeah.
Okay, then Kadrock can make now an attack roll with his, I think, melee weapon.
Yeah. I'm not don't have any foci on there, but yeah.
Oh, I do.
All right, rub it in.
So, attacking
Some
was
physical
a
combat
D.
skills.
So wait a second, please.
I've got the weapons table open in front of me. If anyone.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, generally you roll to. It's daring
Yes,
and
I
security.
just look up the DC.
Oh right.
Difficulty
Ah,
1.
2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, default is 2.
That's for range attack. Melee is 1. I just looked it up in the
Okay,
rule
no,
book.
fair enough. I must have.
Well, that's fair enough because you've got to get
Yeah.
up close and personal. It's a bit more dangerous, isn't it?
Probably. That is what a roll?
Roll of daring and security.
Daring and okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. Now
Yep.
roll for damage. That's the damage die of your dagger plus 1 for the extra success.
Okay, so
You go on challenge dice and the amount of dice.
Where do I find the challenge?
Under
It's 2.
the name
It's-
of
It's 2.
Under what?
Well,
Sorry.
under
If you're
Chris's
wearing-
name in roll 20. There's a button challenge dice in roll 20.
If you're using a knife/dagger, it's 1.
Yeah.
It's a clean. If it's the blade, which is the sword or the mekhlef.
Well, yeah, but is it the mekhlef though? Because
Oh,
the
sorry.
stabbing dagger is the
It's just the dagger. Yeah.
which is more.
Ignore me.
Yeah.
Okay, so where again? One person, please. Where do I find the challenge die?
Under Chris's name in roll 20, there's a button challenge dice.
Under Chris's name?
Yeah, well, you know his like monkey avatar pic.
Yeah.
Underneath that,
You may have to scroll down a little bit.
bottom left of your window on. And if you're not seeing it, you may
Yeah.
actually need to set up that macro.
Oh, Andreas, could you just roll for me?
Of course. That's one
May-
that
Let me
makes
just check that so it's actually visible because it should be.
really
It ought to be, but every player has.
So that's 4 dice because the Tech has 3, and it has vicious 1 and deadly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's you hit him
Mm-hmm.
and experienced warrior you are. You actually slice off his range, disable his range weapon with that.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very good.
That's not easy.
With a scream, just.
Do you want to roll for the veterans or should I?
Well, I would roll their attacks. Yeah.
Okay, their target number is 15, and they
Okay.
attack with a bad less.
Ooh,
Ah.
nice.
That is a 6 and a 5.
That's 2 successes, and
Yep.
I just accidentally closed the damage die for the bad less. And now I can't find it because
It's damage rating is 3, which is 1.
Yeah.
3. Okay, so again with 4.
Vicious one. That's a good weapon thing to use.
Well, all of the blades have vicious one actually. So bear that in mind.
Yeah, I have vicious 1, so that was 2. And yeah, the core hits him into the head, and he is a bit dazed for the moment. He's a bit confused with the
Sorry.
bad left.
The very very slight correction. It's actually 5 damage because it's 4 plus the effect.
Oh, okay, then. And
There you go.
yeah, he's really dazed. Oh,
Okay, and the other one?
and for Keyleth again, same roll, same target number.
That's a 5 and a 9, so again 2 successes.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. I've never seen a roll like that before. Unfortunately, because there was a technical issue earlier, I couldn't set up Roll20 properly. Basically, the roll has just come up for 5, and each one of those 5 has a vicious 1 effect. So that's 10
Literally
damage.
insane.
That's
And
disgusting.
Keyleth, not Keyleth, Keyleth, natürlich.
I think it is careless.
Severs the head of the throne and it falls limp down. While she screams.
That was epic. I've never seen a roll like that before.
If only it were a
And
player.
yeah,
But whatever.
now the drones are alarmed.
I bet they are.
You shock me.
Now you still have 5 Klingons and you 2. What are you doing?
I'm gonna. So I'm heading of the 2 drones that are interfacing with the controls, and I've got my Mek'leth out, flashing down in an attempt to sever this drone's head from its neck.
Since there are 1, now I spend 2 threat. Let's say, 2 threat to increase the difficulty rating by 1.
Oh, thank you so much.
Ah, that's it. Yeah, because they're kind of like.
So what does that actually mean? Does that mean I have to roll 1
So-
more success?
2. That means you have a DC of 2 now for the attack.
Okay, fine. So it's daring plus melee, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in security.
Daring security, which is 12, and I've got to focus in melee and weapon.
Nice.
Do I want momentum? How much momentum have we got, guys?
3.
3.
I'll spend 1. Just the 1.
That's a nice one.
And I have 3 failures there, but at least it's not critical failures.
Good.
It could have been worse.
Yeah,
It's bad.
you are in your eagerness to sever the head with a simple dagger. You overestimate yourself, and as soon as you try to get to the throat, the drone lifts his arm and deflects your blow. How many Klingons are with you?
How many
5 you have left to act.
Then I'm gonna have 1 with me.
Those have also the Kach, the miners, and he attacked them, and the DC, also the target number is 13.
13.
So I'm just taking a screenshot of that.
Well,
score we got earlier.
that's 1 success and 1 critical failure.
Mm-hmm. Roll for damage, please.
Okay, and they've got bat lefts, yeah.
No, they're the Kachs.
Attacks. Okay, so just that's the 1. I just rolled a 5. I don't know what that really means.
You can roll the challenge dice.
Oh yeah,
Roll 20.
great. I'll do that then. That's smart.
Yes.
1 plus effect.
So that's 2 damage.
So the effect is the vicious, yeah.
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 If you had, say, Vicious 2, it would be 2 extra points of damage per effect.
Yeah.
But the king steps Borg, but it just looks at him, and since you rolled a critical failure, it it grabs it in the throat, and so spark tubes quickly extend into the throat.
Ouch.
Yay!
Oh dear.
So you have 4 Klingons left to act and well before the
right,
drones
okay.
act.
We have how many more drones left? There's like-
Two for Klingons and well, and the 2 drones act after you.
okay.
Oh, just 2
Because
drones.
yeah.
I thought there were 3 plus 1. Sorry.
No,
So-
sorry. It were 2 drones locked into that console.
Okay. So let's
that's
have
one.
Val and one of the Klingons see where the final Klingon should go based on how that
Yeah.
goes.
Because this is going to go either really, really well, or it's not. It's going to be one or the other. So eventually, sort of catching up to everyone else into the room, I just get the weapon, and basically I go to town on the Borg's nuts. Because
Somehow I don't think that's a weak.
it might
No,
be.
but it's where he is.
Yeah, it's as far as I can reach. I can't, decapitate like the other one did.
It's not so much that you think it's a weak spot. It's just
With
where.
what attack? Do you attack them?
Yeah, I'm attacking it as close as I can.
With what?
It's just going to be a basic dagger. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's not going to be like a ductile. It's just literally just
Yeah,
something
you
grab
got
it.
an extra tic-tac from one of the Klingons. Let's say that.
Sweet. Right, here we go. One success.
Roll for damage.
Oh, hang on. I've got a focus of hand-to-hand combat.
Ooh. So,
And my security is... Oh, no, it was a 10, so that doesn't count. Okay.
roll for damage.
Alright, let's do this. What was it? It's like, what's 5, isn't it? Did that take, was it 4? I thought that's 4, isn't it? Yeah, sorry.
It's 4. So with one, it's just 1. That just a 3 damage to you because you only rolled 1 success on the attack.
Okay, oh yeah, okay, so it's just the once, isn't it?
Yeah.
One dice. This is going to grow great, isn't it?
3 dice.
Oh,
You don't get any extra dice.
that's why, so brain's starting to get a bit fried from the heat, so. Not bad. Not bad. I got 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you slash it across the legs, and it almost staggers a bit. And now you have 4 Klingons left.
Okay, I think we should at least send at least one to the same Klingon item.
Yeah, take one with you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I'm going to roll now for the Klingon. So it's 15
That's
is the target.
target number 13.
Okay, so that's not
Those
so
are the minor one specific tasks.
I got a 16 and a 3.
So 1 success.
Sweet.
So just 3 damage.
Sorry, how many? 3.
3, yeah.
3 damage.
Mhm.
Not great, not bad. Could be better.
Yeah.
So, do you have 2 Klingons left to act before the bones react?
One
Borg.
each. One.
Let's
Borg.
let's just send one towards the one that Val's attacked,
And one
then-
to the one that you attacked.
Well, I don't know really, because if they don't manage to finish off the one that Val's attacked, we might as well just send them all that way and try and wipe one out.
True. Okay. Let's see.
Do we spread or do we
But-
focus?
But let's do it one at a time.
Yeah.
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 So
Okay. So one more to Val's target.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you want me to run for that one?
Yeah.
No problem. 1 second, just get back onto the right screen. Yeah.
on the other hand, we could use one of his Klingons to try and remove the tubes from the Klingon that's with me already.
Don't quite know how to say this. I got a 16 and a 19.
It's alright. That's just failures.
Oh, I know, that just wasn't.
Just failures,
I
yeah.
know, but it's just like. Yeah.
Could be a lot worse.
I know, it could have been 2 20s.
Yeah, it could, which has happened already.
Yeah.
I'll have you know.
So, and the last Klingon?
Yeah, well, let's
I'm not
fuck
going
it, let's-
to roll for the last game.
let's send to Val again as well. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll roll it.
Okay, yeah, you roll for this one.
So it's what? It's 13, is it? Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a critical success. So that's 2.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's damage dice.
Okay, and it's just using a knife, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Only the siblings have bad less.
Yeah. 1 plus effect.
2 damage.
And
2 damage.
again, they hit them, but they don't seem to really penetrate the armor.
Right.
Now it's a Borg's turn.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Good serving of you guys.
Remember the pact.
The one Borg lets go of the Klingon, who falls to the ground, grasping his head, and you see black screams start to spread across his face and neck, and he has trouble breathing, and the Borg looks at you and attacks you.
Oh, hi. Okay.
It will attack you with a plasma cutter.
Of course.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, that sounds horrible.
It is.
Yeah.
And I spent 1 point of threat for an extra dice.
Okay.
Been a pleasure knowing you.
That's 2 successes. So that's 7 dice for the damage.
And it has an effect.
Yep. And that's 7 points of stress you get.
Okay.
Are you still standing?
Yes.
But now you feel it. The cutter slashes you across the chest, and not in pain, but in fear, you look down as black scream starts to run across your chest. And the other drone looks at well, and does the same. And I spend another point of threat.
If I'm going to make you regret it.
Unfucking believable.
What did you get?
2 13s and a 20 I roll. And yeah, that's no successes. And a critical failure. So it hits a plasma relay above you.
He's aiming for me and misses me head.
And everyone, the 2 Klingons and the drone and you, get
Oh gods.
4 points of damage.
4 points. Okay.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm nearly dead.
No, not you. Only on the other side.
Oh, thank.
okay.
Well, I'm. To be honest, guys, I'm still nearly dead.
I'm close enough to it. It's like even with the height advantage, shall we say?
Getting a full-blown plasma stream off before it seals itself.
Oh, shoes, but
Yeah, your beard is gone, by the way.
No, it's not that. I've just realised something. Plasma damage. Ongoing.
Yep. Unless you put it out.
I'm screaming at this point, it's like...
And you hear a voice made out of several tones. We are the Borg. Surrender yourself. We will add your biological and technological distinctness to our own. Your culture will attempt to serve us. Resistance is futile. It's your turn again.
Right. Oops, sorry, I almost closed the wrong thing there.
Okay, well, Katrog at this point would probably just wants to take out more Borg, so heading to one of
one
them.
thing you know that the Borg aren't at the console anymore.
Yeah?
That red hole starts to spin faster and faster, and the red colors get faster and deeper and is more intense than before.
Yeah, okay, well, let me just hold on a sec.
Wait, hang on. What?
I think out of character, I think I've figured this out now.
Wait, are the Borg the good guys?
Are we the baddies?
Well, shit.
Okay. Okay. I just made a roll, and I rolled a 1, so I will not blindly attack anything. I would like to try to put out Bell.
Okay.
I'll help him.
That's a daring and... well, let's say security roll.
Okay. I have
DC
as
of 1.
yeah. I have as one of my values always protect your crew.
Yeah, if you want, you can use your point of determination.
Yeah, why not?
Excellent.
What does that give me?
One extra critical success.
Oh, nice. Okay. And you said daring and security.
Yeah.
So that's-
DC of 1.
yeah, seriously, values are incredibly powerful in this game.
Yeah. Okay,
But you only
so-
can use them once in a game.
Yeah.
In a
And
session.
that is 1 additional success. So 3 total.
That's
Yeah,
two momentum.
You put the plasma burn out of him, cinches a bit your hands, and uniform in the but well is safe.
Okay.
First I say, it's like, how do I look?
Not
what-
worse than before.
This is not the time for your fucking vanity.
What shall Core and Killeth do?
And I will. I'm gonna yell to them. Stand down for a moment.
They are in a battle frenzy, so that would be a presence and command roll on DC of 3.
Okay.
And
I have a talent. Follow my lead. That might help. And I have a focus by lead by example or inspiration. It's what I do.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, very nice.
oh yeah, you all have a focus on this.
Okay, and I would
But
use
not
one.
both apply.
Yeah, I know. And I would use 1 point of momentum. Okay. What does the focus do again?
The amount of the skill you have adds to your critical success range. So if you have 3 points in command, your critical success range go from 1 to 4.
Okay, now 5.
So it's from 1 to 6. It's a critical success for you.
And that gives me 3 successes.
Whee!
Hey!
Very nice.
If,
What was the target
if
there?
you have ever seen a Klingon
Target
Make-
is 17.
And if you have ever seen a Klingon make a pouty face, now it would be the time. But you succeeded at, and they stand
But Dad, I'm fighting the Borg.
down. So, Ross,
Yeah. I am assimilated.
not right now. You can slow the process by giving me a 3-point of threat.
I'll give you the threat.
And what about the Klingon?
Excuse me.
Oh, I don't particularly care about the Klingon.
Just as he gets back.
No, not him. That's the other Klingon. There's 7 more Klingons in the room.
I don't care about it. Oh, hello.
I don't know. I'm happy to give you a 3-point threat to slow my assimilation. I'm not sure I want to do it for a nameless NPC Klingon. So, no.
So he gets
Sorry. Whoa. Okay. I've just had a wasp come in my room as well now.
and
Did you just chase it over to me?
Yep.
So, and the Borg now starts their immediate assimilation protocol, and you have exactly 1 action to do something now before they.
I'm going to behead the Klingon.
I don't think that was Hanno's plan, but you behead the.
Well, listen, if a literal action
Yeah.
in order to stop him being assimilated and becoming
Okay,
an enemy,
yeah.
I think the smart thing to do is literally
Yes,
kill him.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
You know.
what is the action of Well and Getrag?
I'm still reeling from the plasma burn to the face, so it's. I imagine it's like, I can't see for shit properly right now. I'm pretty much just going to attack the nearest Borg.
Oh dear.
The nearest full Borg,
Okay.
by the way.
So much for diplomacy.
Yeah.
Well, you've just been burnt by plasma fire.
Yes.
Or just go. Actually, can I retract that? Actually,
Can I just shout at the Borg, pointing at the red hole?
yeah.
Fix that thing.
You can make a command and presence
Yep.
roll, and the DC is to X to the favor, but you attack them. It's DC of 2. Difficulty
Okay.
range 2.
I'm gonna spend momentum on this.
Good call.
Yeah, please do. This may be the most important role we make. So,
Come on. Roll low. Ooh, that is a very good roll. That is a 3, a 2, a 10, and a 7. So there would be 4 successes.
lovely.
That's
They
pretty
seem
good.
to understand, and they put their nanotubes again into the device, and
And then I will control with in front of them, so nobody attacks them.
the let's say crimsonation of your surroundings slows down, but it's not stoppable anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I'm okay. Who has an idea?
Well, I'm still. If it's not happened yet, I'm still killing the Klingon.
It's that is
And
easily,
I will give battle prayer.
yeah.
He's earned his place in Stovacor.
He died an honourable death at the hand of.
And it better this end than him coming back for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to look around at the damage to the warp coil and at the engines and see if there's anything I can do to repair things.
Make a reason and engineering.
Yeah.
DC of for you of 1.
Okay, good, because I got one.
So you cannot. The device is for you. It's like each single culture has its own design and handprint practically on technology. This device who causes this looks like it has been melted together from several different cultures and species. You can't do anything about it, and you hear, here's Hunter. Can any one of Lieutenant Kutrok? Lieutenant?
Yes.
Those emitters are here. And sorry, but we had to repair them.
All good. Can you set them up?
Already did so. Captain Nightingale has helped us.
We need to get out of here.
Isn't that your captain?
Nightingale? No. Never mind.
Not that I remember. I'm pretty
Fuck
confident our captain's captain this ship.
Yeah.
Oh crap, we're out of time already.
Oh, I'm getting a migraine.
Fuck that.
Do you know what? Let's just nuke this whole place. With us in it. Much easier.
So what you're saying is to nuke the site from orbit?
Yeah, but I with us in it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Go out and
Temporal prime directive, Val. We need to eliminate ourselves.
So this captain of yours says he can actually they have found a way to let on your comm badges, but we have to get into those enhancers. So if you want to do anything, do it quickly now.
I immediately start running.
I mean, at this point, it's really difficult to see how we solve this situation. So, yeah, I'm inclined to leave.
Okay. Does anyone speak to the Klingons or?
Yeah, I think we should probably try and
Morgan?
bring them with us, to be honest.
I've left, by the way. I don't care. I've left.
If they're gonna be out of time,
Yeah.
and screw the Romulans, because I mean they suck anyway, right? But,
And what about the Borg?
Racist.
I
Yeah.
mean, the Borg are fairly used to creating and being involved in time anomalies. I'm sure they'll be fine. I don't know, really, because the only solution I have to this whole thing is to destroy the station now.
Yes,
So-
and that Katrok will look at both of you and say, "Run."
Oh, he's already run. He's way
I'm
ahead of you.
So,
Oh, and he will also take off his comm badge and toss it to Altok.
okay, Altog sort of looks down at the badge and
It
looks
says
up
can lock
at
you
Kitrok.
down on your comm badges.
Yes, I know. That's why I want to get rid of mine.
Kitrok looks down at the badge, looks up. No, Altog looks down at the badge and looks up at Kitrok, and then the sort of glimmer of understanding at the gesture being made here, and nods, and then says in Klingon to "We've got to get out of here. Follow me."
So I want from Well, and I'll talk one last fitness and security check with a DC of 1, because you're running for your life practically.
Okay, so my crit range is 6, and that will be 17.
1 failure, 1 critical failure.
3 successes. I'm booking it.
Yeah,
I have been injured, so plus you know the back pain. So
Yeah, it's also like,
both of you make it. But as you beam over as the last people, before the station vanishes again, you have now been assimilated to the Borg, Altok. The nanites have taken over.
Yeah. We are the Borg.
But the thing is, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's not an uncommon practice to, I don't say reverse assimilation, but they can at least...
It will
In the
put you
century
down
we
at
live in,
least
it's possible.
for a year,
Yeah.
but you can be safe because you are on a very advanced Federation spaceship.
Yeah.
The USS Gilgamesh,
Nice.
an Akira class vessel, refitted to be a carrier for attack fighters.
But of course,
and as you know-
even though I could be rescued, I have a mutual pact with Val.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of looking at Val. Do it.
And I'll do it.
Okay, and that Altok dies on the transporter platform of the Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
And
So basically, all they
wants
see is like
to-
materialising, and I'm just like whipping at his face and going, sort of like, are you sure you want me to do this?
Do it.
And the last thing he sees is me pressing the phaser.
And to Katrok we come in a second.
Oh, okay.
And what you will learn is that you actually were gone 4 months. And, or I don't know if that fucks up the timeline, the Damocles, but it's shortly after the Dominion agreed to make reparations to the Federation.
So it's basically bringing it into the same timeline.
Yeah, and shortly thereafter, and then Odyssey has vanished, gone AWOL, and doesn't. No one knows what happens to her, and even if she's back out there. Shortly after that was announced by the Federation that the Federation and the Dominion getting closer again.
Cool.
And now to Katrok.
Yeah.
You awake with the other Klingons and the Borg again in the reactor room. The Borg immediately get again to the work again.
Okay. And Katrok will now pull out his phaser.
Mhm.
And if he can find another one, pick up a second one.
Mm-hmm.
And just fire at that fucking generator and Red Hope.
Okay.
Shit.
And
So I just realised.
as the explosion is, you hear one word from the Borg again. No, a few words. The Vendrazi will be defeated.
Fucking knew it! I knew I recognised that technology.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Ooh.
Ooh, brilliant.
And that information is singularly useless to our core characters because you're dead and I'm dead and everyone.
And
I suspect that Val is now in a lot of trouble, and if he's not in trouble, he's going to be in a lot of therapy.
yeah, but actually after that, because Captain Nightingale is one of the captains who likes people with experience and from unusual, you are well landed up on the Gilgamesh as part of the strike force
Nice.
and boarding parties.
Very nice. I'm just saving a screenshot of that disgusting roll you got earlier, because obviously as I said, that issue of 420. I've screenshotted it, so it's like the next best thing. But trust me, this is disgustingly overpowered.
thanks for running, Andrea.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you.
It was.
It's pretty late,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I kind of have to dash.
All right.
Yeah, I'm getting close to dash
Yeah.
myself, so I was going to do this. Post it to Twitter.
So I need to make a call, which I
One
probably should have made
little
about an hour
thing-
ago.
One little thing, my initial idea to the solution was that you actually form an alliance.
I think had we the time.
3 parties to then pick the thing on with the board together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
I think
But we were playing
if we-
Klingons, so it was fine.
Yeah, I think if we'd had more time
Yeah.
in the end, there we may have tried to come up with a less
Yeah.
final solution.
But we now played for 3 hours, and that's
Yeah.
enough
Yeah,
for a Star Trek session.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
All right.
okay. That was no. Oh, it's so weird being this side of thing. Now, before you go, I do have to make this very slight announcement about the next episode. This is going to be a character. Oh, sorry, go on. You go. Go on.
I also need to say something about that, and I hope it's ruinous for you. I actually can't be there.
Okay, that's actually not a problem.
Yeah, so I've got a family holiday which starts that weekend.
That's actually not a problem because of the way, because I was sort of struggling with how to integrate. Andreas knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil too much, but
We played together
yeah,
practically.
it's actually working out quite well because I was having trouble trying to decide how to integrate you two into this without being just focused on Andreas. Because as a thank you for doing this, I'm doing his character arc story next time. I can't say too much about it, but it's going to be focusing on. There's going to be a queue involved.
Oh man, well I'm sorry to miss,
But the problem is,
and I'm sorry to miss Q.
it's.
But on the other hand, I'm kind of glad to miss you.
He will be
As
coming
you can
back.
watch
But,
it later and make fun of us.
Yeah.
Make a live tweet.
but no, that actually does make my life a little bit easier because it means I've got one less character to worry about how to integrate into this
Cool,
story.
then that works out fine.
Yeah,
So I'm going to shoot off.
brilliant. Yes. Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for
live long and
playing.
prosper, everyone.
Indeed. So yes,
Alright.
that's no, I'm not having mariachi music. Oh God, it's all gone a bit wibbly. So yes,
Whoa.
yeah, you've just seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all gone a bit Pete Tong, as they say. So yes, next time will be a Q focused episode, and this will be Andreas's character focused episode. He knows what's coming.
Those are fun.
It's go and let's just say this to keep it fair, so that and I'm not ignoring anyone. This is why I was having trouble with Ross until Ross said that. That made it so much easier. A lot of the NPCs will be being played by Hanno.
Okay.
That's all because I want your reactions to be genuine to this, and so I can't say any more. Andreas
Alright,
knows what's coming.
I'm
Obviously, I know what's
I'm ha-
coming.
I'm happy with
This is
that.
going to be good. This is going to be a good one. So I hope to see you there.
We
it'll
got
be in a
this.
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I myself will be streaming tomorrow at probably around sort of midday, maybe a little bit later, and I'll be back doing some Stardew Valley multiplayer on the Monday. If you can join me for that, that'd be fantastic. If not, have a great weekend and live long and prosper.